Hello, everybody. Welcome to ZSR number 2, and welcome to a rare occasion on ZSR these days. We are back with some more Twilight Princess. Call it the longest, the least glitchy. It's all not true. TP is a fantastic game, fantastic glitches, and a great any percent run. And you're gonna see GameCube and Wii version I saw with this weekly race. So welcome back to TP, and welcome to our two commentators, to Anorakis and to the Prince of None. Take it away. It's all yours.
Thank you, Trez.
Cool. Hi. I'm the Prince of None. I am a Uh-oh. Hello?
Hi.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Like my internet's having a conniption. I'm a sort of runner in waiting in this game nowadays, but I have experience with this game. I've been around it for quite some time. You've probably seen me around if you hang around the same circles as Twilight Princess.
Yep, and I'm Anorakis. I've been running this game since 2013, and I've run every category and know a few things about it.
I feel like you know maybe more than a few things.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Very excited for this race today. We have some really good runners, and we'll see quite a variety of strats.
1183 has to restart. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well. Yeah, we have kind of the cream of the crop with us today. Like, even just on screen right now, we have some very talented people within Twilight Princess.
There are a lot of really difficult tricks near the start of the run, a lot of what would normally be reset points, with some RNG as well. So it'll be interesting to see who is in the lead after the first 30 minutes or so.
Oh, we actually were muted. That's exciting.
All right, do we need to reintroduce ourselves?
I
suppose
not.
Introduce ourselves for the first time.
Redeem Blame Trez, that's good. Hi, I'm the Prince of None. I have run this game before in my life. I'm not very good at it, but I know things about it.
Hi, I'm Anorakis. I have run the game for 9 years.
Some could say too long.
Some could say too long.
Yeah, we're waiting on a couple of people to iron out a couple of things. There's not anything super nothing's on fire right now, but there's like a light smoldering. Where is... There it is. Hi, Vicky. What's up? Okay. Honestly, this is probably a good opportunity. These times will be... You're so right. This is probably a good opportunity to talk about like the first bit of the game, so that we're not like scrambling to explain things as they happen.
Yeah, Twilight Princess, out of all of the 3D Zelda games, is the fastest to gain control of Link. So we get right into the action immediately, and the first glitch of the game is 50 seconds in.
Yeah, first thing is we clip through a gate, and then we jump off a bridge, which sounds like nonsense, but makes perfect sense when you realize that we are doing a glitch called Back in Time, which basically is when you reset the console and void out on the same frame. And what that does is that loads basically a what I've heard to colloquially referred to as a hidden save file on disk, which the game uses to load Link on the title screen, as you can see on Ether's feed right now. There it goes. And what doing Back in Time does is it gives us everything that you have on the title. Hi, ZSR. Everything that Link has on the title screen, which is the
Get the Orden Sword and
the
the Hylian Shield.
Yeah. And the
also
Hero's
Epona is tamed.
Yeah. And that Epona's tamed thing comes in to play in other categories that are not 90%.
It actually comes to play about 7 minutes into the run, but well,
that's
get
true
into
also.
that.
I was thinking more about TD, but yeah. It does matter. It does matter a lot for any percent as well. It occurs to me. All right.
At this point, it looks like we have just one person we're waiting for.
It seems that way. But, there's still time for somebody else to break something, so.
Yeah, this is a long run, so hopefully there aren't streams breaking halfway through.
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate. But we're crossing our fingers. No technical difficulties. Nobody's power gets knocked out by a thunderstorm in the middle. Hopefully this will all be smooth sailing. Yeah, I do like the creative file names. Unfortunately for the runners who are obviously aware of this, because we do Back in Time. Because we do Back in Time. The file names are not preserved through that glitch. So we won't be seeing anyone being referred to as their custom names, which is a bit sad.
Aaron, I have a question.
What's your question?
So would you prefer to have one of the 4 streams on at the start be the Wii version?
I would love to have the Wii version on screen from go. That would make me insanely happy.
All right, then I'm sorry, Ethernet boys. You're gonna get pushed off
I love
for
you.
now. Ether, you're gonna be back later, but for now we're gonna bring on Mario. Because Mario is playing on Wii.
Look at that! Oh man, the cursor.
It's gonna be 4x3, so don't be mad at me. We're gonna make it fit, which will look a little awkward, but it's still gonna look fine.
It'll be fine.
And you're gonna be able to experience the Wii version on screen. So enjoy that one. I'm out. Enjoy the race.
All right. We got a countdown going. Anna, you're gonna have to talk about the Wii version because I don't know nearly as much about that as you do.
Yeah, the Wii version is much different than the GameCube version, while also still being very similar. There's a major glitch patched in the Wii version, even though the Wii version came out first. That is, the boomerang long jump attack is impossible on the Wii version. So
here we go.
You see some creative routing going on.
Here we go.
All right.
So like we said earlier, skip the cutscene immediately into the game. They're gonna go pick up a rock. Thrilling gameplay, I know.
Pick up a rock so that we can clip through the Orden Gate, which is right at the end of this. It looks like Mario isn't going to pick up that rock. Going for
the other way of doing
more
this.
Beginner round. Yep. The way the gate swings has a little bit of RNG to it, so it's possible that we won't see our runners getting through immediately.
Yeah.
Just depending on RNG. See. Well, Bewilderbeast and Scarion both having a little bit of trouble. Beast getting a second try. Was that first try for EJ?
It was, yes.
Scarion is still struggling with it.
Yeah, it bears note that both of these, or all of these runners, I assume, are going to be doing the safe method of Back in Time. There's a little bit of a quicker way where you can time a side hop off the near edge of the bridge, but it's riskier and requires a reset, and it's a whole thing. So
Back in time is a frame perfect trick, so if the runners miss it, usually that's a reset, but because this is a race, well, that would just be it.
Yeah, that would be a waste of time for everyone.
So we see Scarion finally getting through the gate and getting back in time. That took quite a few tries, unfortunately.
But it also bears note that there is plenty of time to be made up throughout early game. That there are so many glitches and tricks and strats that come up that you can get stuck on. That a lead in early game is not as massive as it would be in maybe like Majora's Mask or something.
Yep. So we see our runners getting the lantern and Pokemario herding some goats.
Yep, goats won. An oft forgotten about part of Twilight Princess for those of us who perform glitches, but a staple nonetheless.
Now you see,
so it looks like Pokemario's gonna head. Go on.
You see, Scarion's playing on the German version. Do we want to talk about why that is?
Oh yeah, sure. To be fair, I don't know the exact details, but German is like 6 seconds faster optimally because of some text differences with Po text, I believe it is.
Yeah, the timing is, if I remember correctly, 5.6 seconds faster for German.
Got it.
And I think it's mostly because of the bomb bag text, actually.
Oh, that's right, the bomb bag.
But there are several differences in text throughout the run. However, the text difference is not massive like it would be in other games like Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, simply because we have instant text in this game.
Twilight Princess has almost exclusively instant text, except for a couple notable exceptions. Looking like getting some Klein and Schloozels on EJ's and Beast's feeds. Unfortunately, this isn't low percent, so we don't clip through this gate up here.
I wouldn't want to commentate for an hour of staring at rupees.
I would love that. We could just shoot the shit for a bit,
I imagine that most of our runners are going to be on screen at one point or another, but as we can only show 4 runners at a time, we'll have these 4 for a bit.
Yeah. Although, if we do want to do like an 8-up display, that would be really funny, because we would not be able to tell what is happening on anyone's screens.
Yep.
The runners are, well, Pokemario is currently doing Orden Day 2. Meanwhile, everyone else is going to free Talo from this cage. What this does is basically makes you able to get to the chasing the monkey section, or it's completing the chasing the monkey section and allows you to get to the oh, Ilya stole your horse section.
Yep, get to the
sewers.
3rd day of Orden, which is where the story really picks off. Now, I mentioned earlier, I don't remember if I was muted at the point.
First try hop onto the house there. Nicely done.
That mailbox jump is deceptively difficult. So
yeah, I've done it in rando, and it's like, it's really touchy.
Back in Time gave us a few things. It gave us the Orden Sword and the Hylian Shield and the Hero's Tunic, but it also tamed Epona. And why that's significant in any percent is because we're able to get the Iron Boots from Bo only after Epona is tamed. So once we see... after we see these goats from these runners, which looks like Beast is going well, we'll see them going and wrestling Bo.
Method. Almost a sub 20 from Beast.
21-12.
Oh, look at that. A little bit of a traffic jam, but EJ beats Beast goats time.
Bewildebeest currently has the goats world record.
Yep. With a
at
15.6.
15.34, if I remember correctly.
Good lord. That's just disrespectful. Skyrion getting a very respectable 23. And Pokemario fishing. Alright, so now they're in Bo's house. Bo wrestling is RNG. We liken it very often to rock, paper, scissors. Bo can either do nothing in the first phase. He can either do nothing, sidestep, or slap. or grab. Those 4 things. Skyrim got stuck a little bit there. And it's up to the runner to, basically predict what will happen and try to counter it. Oftentimes in first phase, they go for a slap because that's optimal. If you slap Bo and he sidesteps on the first phase and you mash at least 11 hertz, you can one cycle him, which is you can push him off the platform in just one go. Otherwise, it's a little bit tougher.
Yep. So we might see the lead change a little bit here.
Yes.
The wildebeest getting a good first phase, but not getting the one cycle. I spoke too soon. Pokemario buying the slingshot, which will be useful in killing bokoblins. EJ also missing the one cycle.
Yep, but dealt with it better, luckily.
Scarion pausing. Interesting strat there. The RNG
manipulation
manipulation
less
didn't
friendly RNG there.
And Bewildebeest is done with the bow
Decent
fight.
second cycle there from Beast. EJ having a bit of trouble. And it is pure RNG. He should be able to get the one cycle here. So close.
Mash quite fast enough.
Yeah, this is pure RNG, so it's really, like I said earlier about, things that can trip people up, cause the lead to change. This is very much one of them.
And Scarion now finishing. That was
Hey, Pokemario's
not a
doing
very
a
good
kickflip.
second phase.
There it is, very clean.
Very
Also
clean.
doing safe back in time.
Presumably not doing back in time, because that would get rid of the fishing rod.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Also, there is no safe back in time on Wii. The only
That's
real setup
right.
we have is jumping off the bridge.
The
and
backflip.
the only safe method actually involves the iron boots, which Pokemario will not be getting for a
Wait,
while.
you can do it with the iron boot. What?
Yeah, you can perfectly buffer dropping off of the bridge with the iron boots to get the right frame. But honestly, I am less consistent at that than the normal just jump off the bridge strat.
Interesting. I didn't know that. We runners in chat are just like, yeah, obviously. What are you talking about? Of course there is.
The optimal route on Wii actually involves a near TAS-only trick right at the start of the run. So after back in time, they have to go and clip Epona through a wall in South Hyrule Field. And,
My favorite.
Probably a good thing that Pokemario was not going for that strat because he would probably already have forfeit.
Oh, Beast got box break.
GG.
That is the hardest trick in the run. It is probably the most consequential trick in Twilight Princess.
Saves a whole 3 frames. And
Optimally.
It's if you miss it, then you might as well reset because your run's not going to PB.
Pretty much.
Oh, EJ missed it.
That's unfortunate. Expecting a DNF.
Twilight Princess, through the history of Twilight Princess races, it's not very common to see everyone finish the race.
That's true.
We have some really good runners, and hopefully we won't see any DNFs today.
Yes, that is not what we're looking for. Also, it bears note that the runners crawled through a hole in Orden and then skipped a cutscene, and now they're a wolf in a prison. This all makes perfect sense. Sewers is a slower part of the run. It's mostly just movement tech.
There are 8 things that we do to try to save time during the sewers, each of which save no more than a second.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lots of just movement tech, and hopefully if the runners mash fast enough, they can get some first frame jumps.
Yep. Or if they time them.
I don't think very many people time them, though.
Probably not the minute jumps, but I know that some people time the tech skip at the top of the tower.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I never time that shit.
So, the wildebeest missing a first frame jump there. There are 4 in total in this segment. But otherwise, it's just trying to move fast.
Pokemario, now saving Talo. Rolling up that hill. See if he gets good Boko RNG.
Missing
This
box break
is-
does not actually end the run.
This is not great Boko RNG.
No, it isn't. It does not
Oh,
actually end the
man.
run. We're memeing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh.
Ideally, you're able to group the Bokoblins together. But
Yeah.
Pokemario wasn't able to do that, so a little
It
bit of
depends on the
slower
enemy
effort.
placement and their movement, and like you're trying to herd them. It's not easy. But we'll see that Pokemario is now like approaching the part of the game where everybody else is right now.
Wildebeest getting the last first framer of the segment, and we're almost on our way to Sword and Shield skip.
Yep. Skyrion getting the text skip. There's a little bit of minute text at the top of the tower where you skip the cutscene. It's like 2 lines. It saves very little time, but it bothers me if I don't get it.
Yep. So Sword and Shield skip is mandatory in this route
Mm-hmm.
because we get back in time. Orden is not currently in the correct state, so we can't go and get the Orden Sword and Orden Shield. So instead, we have to lure a Bulblin over to the Twilight Wall and do a long jump attack.
So
I'm sure all of our runners will make it look easy, but this is one of the hardest tricks to learn
it
in
is
the game.
insanely hard when you're first picking up this game, and it's so punishing that it's so early in the route. So a long jump attack occurs when you perform a jump attack while targeting something that is either higher than Link's feet or over a void plane. And basically, it's an intended mechanic that basically allows Link to cover more ground to attack. I've hypothesized that it's for attacking like Pose and stuff.
My leading theory is actually it's to help. It's a mechanic for Midna jumps because you have to target Midna to jump up to her. But it's a weird mechanic that when you're targeting an enemy that is above you or for some reason is out of bounds, you jump much further.
Yep. And decent RNG here on Beast's feed, managing it well, going for a really precise placement.
And getting it first try.
Very clean. So the first jump attack knocks Hugo up into the air, and the second jump attack is the long one, which, you know, since he's up in the air, he's higher than Link's feet, so you get a long jump attack off of that. And you go over a ground trigger, where Minna basically says, hey, you need to go get the sword and shield. Optimal break slide from Skyrion, very important. Where Minna basically says, go get the sword and shield. You skip over that trigger, and you get into an air trigger, where Minna says, oh, there's a big-ass wall, we need to go progress the game.
So now we're on into Fair and Twilight, which
Skyrion missing,
Skyrion missing Sword and Shield skip, but EJ getting it.
Yep. So it's about 50 seconds to retry Sword and Shield. I cannot speak. To retry Sword and Shield skip optimally. So it's a very punishing trick to fail, especially in a race setting, but there is still plenty of places to make up time.
Yep.
Here's the tutorial Shadow Beast fight, where you learn how to use the Minna charge attack.
And we won't be seeing most runners. We will be seeing Pokemario finish Fair and Twilight, but I don't believe most runners will finish Fair and Twilight.
I don't think anyone else is going to be. Just off the top of my head.
There are several different routes that are fast for this game.
Yeah. And one of them has to finish Fair and Twilight to do a trick that gets you to Kakariko in a different way than this route does.
But it is slightly slower, unfortunately, so most people don't run it.
Yep. It is very fun, though.
LJA is still impossible on Wii, except for the boomerang LJA is still impossible on Wii.
You can still ELJI.
Yeah, you can still use enemies to long jump attack. So Sword and Shield skip is possible on Wii. I don't know if Pokemario will be going for it.
I don't see why he would.
For Pokemario, it's not required because they didn't do back in time.
Yep. So he can just get the Sword and Shield vanilla. Skyrion in Fair and Twilight now. Round of applause. And
Wildebeest.
Making his way over to the next
EMS.
big trick of the route, which is Early Master Sword.
Turning the camera all the way around on that jump. Interesting.
Very stylish.
So Early Master Sword is a simple jump, but also kind of difficult to learn. What we'll be doing is we take this Shadow Beast, and we'll be trying to use a Midna charge attack to launch onto that ledge, and that was beautiful from
That was textbook.
And then we can just navigate this ledge out of bounds and jump down to the Sacred Grove.
Yep, very convenient that this messenger fight is so close to where you go to get the Master Sword.
Yep. And this trick is impossible on the HD version, and it's one of the bigger differences between the two.
Mm-hmm. They put a lot of walls in your way on HD. Just a whole lot of walls.
It is possible to get through the walls with a very long pickup slide, but that
can
doesn't
you really
sound
pick up
like
slide through it?
Yes, you can.
That's great. I love that. Nobody going for Fair and Gate Clip, so clearly world record is not going to occur in this race.
Fair and Gate Clip is barely worth it. But
It's
yes,
never worth it.
as a wolf, you can bonk a gate and then side hop through it.
We'll see that
using
later.
a precise angle. We'll be seeing it going to linear Twilight.
But you can do it on that gate instead of digging under it, where if you get it extremely quickly, it saves almost a whole second.
EJ trying to buffer Early Master Sword and not getting it.
I have not seen this before.
Do you want to talk a little bit about why buffering is not generally used in Twilight Princess?
I mean, yeah. So, in, your N64 Zeldas, you see a lot of pause buffering because you can pause every frame. So, obviously you can buffer an input for a very specific frame. In Twilight Princess, you can only buffer up to 2 frames, I believe it is.
Yes.
So, it's useful to a point. A lot of folks will buffer, LJAs to make sure that the boomerang goes out of bounds. You can buffer Death Sword Skip, which we'll probably be seeing a little bit later. But for stuff like an EMS, or that's unfortunate. So I just watched Sky's feed and just murders Jamal without getting a super jump.
Yeah.
Most times in Twilight Princess, item wheel buffering is not insanely useful.
It's also, if you're releasing a button, then it can be useful. But
EJ
it's hard
almost
to time.
killed his run.
Yeah. It's hard to time pressing the button out of the item wheel because we can't just hold it during animation or something.
There you go.
They're
Nicely
getting
done.
it finally.
That was a really clean super jump.
Skyrion getting a fast swing there and having to go for hearts.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Those dig spots have hearts? How did I never know that?
You didn't know, dude? Those are. I think at least one of them is 100% consistent.
Ooh.
Yeah. The other one, there's more on the far side by a tree, but that's slower. I had a thought, but I lost it.
Pokemario now getting the Orden Sword and Orden Shield.
Yep, this is what the other runners would be doing if this was like a glitchless category that didn't do back in time or something.
Skyrion missing it yet again.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier how EJ almost killed his run. Generally, when you want to retry EMS, you need to kill all but one of the Shadow Beasts so that the remaining Shadow Beast screams and revives the others. That's just the mechanic of the game. But EJ did a mid-charge attack, and a Shadow Beast who they did not intend to be within the range of their mid-charge almost got into it, and that would have been very bad because that would have finished the fight, so they would have had to save warp. How many?
Old Beast.
I think he got 2 sense presses? 3.
I haven't been counting.
There's a couple frames during the animation of Wolf-Link jumping between these platforms where you can get an input, and it's fun to just time a sense press to make the screen flash and be like, I can time things. It doesn't save any time. It's just a fun thing.
And Wildebeest now just a few seconds away from getting the Master Sword, which leads to one of the few unskippable cutscenes in the game.
Yep, time for a pee break.
It's about 2 minutes that we'll be getting the Master Sword.
Mid-21 Master Sword in a race is very respectable.
I think that's faster than my PB.
It's definitely faster than mine. And now that Pokemario has the Sword and Shield vanilla, no glitches required. He's going to complete this tutorial Shadow Beast fight that we skip in SD any percent. And he's going to be heading into Fair and Twilight just like everybody else.
If Pokemario had done the same route that he's doing, except also gotten the wooden sword before going and saving Tallow, and then doing Sword and Shield skip instead of getting the Ordnance Sword, they would have carried the wooden sword through the entire game.
Yep.
Which is very fun.
Fun is one word for it.
You can't actually beat the game using only the wooden sword.
Correct.
There are 2 bosses, I think, Argarok and Ganondorf, that cannot be defeated. Yeah, I have no idea. I think you can defeat Argarok with the Ordnance Sword, but the wooden sword just does 0 damage or something like that.
Interesting.
Anyway, Pokemario now in Farron Woods, and we'll see. We should probably see him collecting the tears.
Yep. I forgot to look at Beast Feed when this happened. Did he fall down off the ledge?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, he was hanging. That's so sad. If you attack Skull Kid there in a semi-precise range of places and angles, you can just be right on the ground after the cutscene of Skull Kid running away ends, and saves a little bit of time. All right, Beast regaining control of the game. Pee break completed, hands washed, I assume. He's gonna be heading back to South Farron.
DJ now doing the Master Sword puzzle, and Scarion almost there. Still battling Skull Kid.
Anna, do you have strong feelings on the TP Master Sword puzzle? Because I think it's one of the finest puzzles in Zelda, personally.
You know, it's not bad. However, I will say that there is a way to skip the Master Sword puzzle, and that glitch is my favorite glitch in all of Twilight Princess. So I gotta say that the Master Sword puzzle is a little overrated.
All right, fair enough. My biggest regret about speedrunning Twilight Princess is that I will never be able to get the solution to the Master Sword puzzle out of my head. All right.
All right, on Beast screen, we're going to the fog room now.
Yep.
And because we have the Master Sword, we can now turn between human and wolf at will. So you'll see him turn into human and use the lantern to disperse this fog, but because we're in Twilight, the fog doesn't actually disperse. So you just kind of have to guess how far is far enough, so you can keep rolling. Because otherwise you will void out.
Yeah, there are consistent strategies, and we can be very, very confident that the fog will be dispersed when we do a certain action. So it's not completely guesswork, but sometimes you mess up some movement, you have to freestyle it a little bit, which can be a little bit dicey.
EJ got the Master Sword at 24:26.
Also respectable.
Scarion a little over a minute behind that. 25:29.
Almost exactly one Master Sword cutscene behind. Pokemario getting those bugs, clearing that Fair and Twilight, doing a great job of it. There's a couple tiny little like strats that you can do in Fair and Twilight to speed things up, but again, it's similar to Sewers and honestly similar to the other Twilight sections of the game. That's there's not much to it besides movement.
That was beautiful from Beast. Now doing Back in Time.
So remember Back in Time earlier? You can do it wherever you want, really. In this instance, we're doing back in time to get to a cutscene, which you'll see in a couple seconds. Wait for it. Fade in.
On in, and we
There's the
are
cutscene.
suddenly fighting King Bulblin 1. But we don't want to fight King Bulblin 1, we just want the flag from King Bulblin 1 that says that we are fighting a boss.
Well, why do we want that flag, Anno?
Well, we want that flag because, for some reason, the developers decided that that should be the same as the flag used to say how many monkeys we've collected in the Forest Temple.
Oh, of course. That all makes perfect sense. Boss fights,
yeah.
monkeys. Identical.
If we are fighting a boss, we have collected monkeys. So
Wouldn't it be nice?
that trick is called Early Monkeys, and we'll see why in just a little bit.
Yeah, about 50 seconds. Pokemario
now
at
going
EMS.
for EMS.
Here we go.
Playing on
Nancy
Wii,
giving
so
these
it's
terrible RNG.
Ooh, first
Very
try.
clean EMS.
EMS. I assume that was first try.
It was, yes.
Cool.
Nancy, could you please? The Waltrilla is named Nancy, not officially, but by us. And interesting strategy from Beast to not try to kill her.
Skyran and EJ. EJ's now in the fog room. Skyran just finished the Master Sword cutscene. Oh, Pokemario just showed off another quirk of the Wii version.
Yeah, what
When
was
you
that?
when you do back in time, the game gets rid of your pointer.
Really?
Yeah, on the title screen, the pointer is not enabled.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
when he saved, it got rid of his pointer, but the pointer is really useful for some tricks like map glitch, which we'll be seeing when on the way to Snow Peak.
Right.
So he just had to go into the options menu to re-enable the pointer.
Huh.
Loses a few seconds over what GameCube has to do.
Anyway, Beast heading into Ook. You saw a couple seconds ago while we were talking about Wii version, because I don't know anything about Wii, that he had monkeys, even though he didn't collect the monkeys. So that's what Early Monkeys does, is it gives you the monkeys so you can cross that gap, so you can go fight Ook.
Which makes the
Here's
Forest Temple
RNG.
very quick and very, I suppose, linear, because you only go in a
hops.
straight line.
Yep. Literally a straight line. But yeah, 4 hops from Ook, that's not bad, that's not also great. Sky
2 hops is
EJ,
optimal.
2 hops is optimal. EJ setting up for back in time equipped.
Saving
making a
before,
save.
so probably using the item wheel method,
I
I
assume
imagine.
so. Nice.
That's the right frame.
Yep. So assuming no shenaniganry on the title screen, that is a very fast back in time equipped from EJ. All right, Sky heading up to the Forest Temple. Pokemario, minute or so out from the Master Sword.
The Wildebeest getting the boomerang.
There it is.
2934.
Yeah, a sub 30 rang is a watermark of quality in a run for Twilight Princess. So, in a race setting, very impressive, obviously.
Sub 29 is possible, but very, very hard.
Yes. I don't think I've ever seen one.
I'm sure the world record holder Demon has gotten
I'm
it before.
certain of it. Was that the right frame from Sky?
I wasn't.
It was.
Yes, it was.
Evidently, yes. Pokemario having a bit of difficulty in the Skull Kid fight. Looks like he handles it just fine, though. Beast heading off to South Farron once again to go jump over a gate, pretty much.
So there are 2 things that prevent us from just walking out and going to the next area of the game. We haven't finished the Twilight, and we also haven't finished the Forest Temple. So because of that, there's a trigger that Midna pops out and says, hey, what are you doing? Go back and do what you're supposed to be doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the magic of the boomerang and the fact that we can do a long jump attack with it, we can simply jump over the trigger.
Yep.
Beautiful first try by Beast.
Very simple LJA, but it's insulting to fail is what it is. We'll be frank.
Because the Wii version does not have boomerang long jump attacks, that trick is impossible on the Wii version.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that Mario will be doing the entirety of the Forest Temple, will be saving all of the monkeys and everything.
Beast heading over to another LJA over another trigger, this time for the Postman.
And I know people love the Postman in Twilight Princess, but loses like 15 seconds, so we don't want to see the Postman.
Yeah. Ideally, we don't see the Postman on anyone's feeds but Pokemario.
Actually, the Wii version can skip the Postman even easier. I have to imagine, as long as he's on 1.0.
Yeah.
The trigger for the Postman is much, much smaller. So small, in fact, that you can just do a simple jump attack to get over.
Not a long one, just a regular one.
Just a regular jump attack. And so the Wii 1.0 runs can skip the Postmans without much hassle.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Anna, was a 32 Master Sword good for Wii?
I don't know. I have never run the route that Pokemario's doing.
Neither have I. Skyrion not getting the best RNG from Ook there. Oh, hey, Beast is going to press A. Pause champ.
There is a frame-perfect jump attack here. If Beast misses it, he will lose 1 minute.
Yep.
And he misses it.
That's unfortunate. That's plus 1 minute immediately. That's why this route is so punishing. So ideally, in this route, during that cutscene, you input a frame-perfect jump attack and jump into that gorge and void out. Very creatively, we call this trick Gorge Void. And what that does is that skips the Forest Warp that Beast is doing right now. And allows you to go right over to Kakariko with another trick that we'll look at later.
So, if some of our other runners get Gorge Void, that'll be a chance for them to catch up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a frame-perfect trick, so you can't really depend on it in any run. There is a decent visual cue, but visual cues aren't enough sometimes.
Yeah, it's one frame, and there's monitor lag and just your human response time of your hands, and there's a whole lot that can preclude you from performing a one-frame trick reliably. Vorge Gold, indeed.
And a question from chat. I assume the Wii has a way to make up the time from having to do all of this? The answer is not really. The Wii world record is 3 hours and 28 minutes at the moment. And the GameCube record is 2 hours 51 minutes. So there's a big gap. Yeah. There is a way to skip having to do the second half of the Forest Temple, but it requires a near TAS-only trick.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. What the Wii makes up for is consistency. There's, you're not dealing with, back in time, you're not dealing with Sword and Shield skip. So, a lot of hurdles that will trip up, like PB attempt streams are not present on Wii.
Yeah, the optimal route on Wii is really hard, but also really cool. I'd say maybe someday we'll have a Wii race, a Wii community race, but I don't know if anyone would finish it.
Yeah. We talked about gate clips earlier. Beast just did his. Got hassled a little bit by the Bulblins, but got through just fine.
And now coming up to Pillar Clip.
Yep, it's time for Pillar Clip. Which is one of my favorite tricks, honestly.
Well, do you want to talk over it then?
I would love to talk about Pillar Clip. So, Pillar Clip is when you clip through a pillar. We're very good at naming tricks here in Twilight Princess, I promise. What we need to do is we need to sink down to just about the bottom of Lake Hylia here, and wedge ourselves between the wall and a bit of a pillar that's kind of sticking up there. And what that does is it clips us out of bounds so that we can get into a load zone that loads us into Lakebed Temple. And there's just barely enough air in our air meter for us to swim there if we do it very precisely. A little bit of an early call, but that should be fine. Clawing Midnight here basically just holds Link in place, but allows the geometry to act upon him, so it pushes him out of bounds. So you're not losing air, but you're also moving, which is very convenient.
So a decent pillar clip from Beast.
Yep.
And that lets us get into Lake Bed Temple early, which will let us get the claw shot.
EJ going for Gorge Void. Misses it, unfortunately. And Skyrion, not far behind. But yeah, Beast, since he missed Gorge Void, and since EJ, we'll see this from EJ later, he is going to get the Claw Shot instead of going to Kakariko. But get the Claw Shot, then head to Kakariko. If you are doing this, if you get Gorge Void, like Skyrion might right now, unfortunate, no, you would do that in the reverse order. You would clear Kakariko Twilight and then go get the Claw Shot. Lake Bed is one of my favorite temples in the run. It's got a lot going on. There's a lot of cool LJAs and movement, and you're using EBF to fight Deku Toad. Very interesting to watch and to do.
EBF being early boss flags, which is the same thing we did to get the monkeys earlier.
Oh yeah.
The flag just hasn't cleared, so the game still thinks we are currently fighting a boss.
Mm-hmm. And since the game thinks we're fighting a boss, we can go into Deku Toad's room backwards. Which, if we could not do that, would be very bad for this route.
Pokemario finished up the Twilight and should now be going to the Forest Temple, I believe.
Skyrion getting hassled a little bit here by Fair and Escape. Our visual cue on the ground isn't stupendous, but it's easy for it to drift, and
Oh yeah, Twilight Princess visual cues are great because
Yeah.
almost every visual cue we use is just 2 black dots on the ground.
True.
The game does not give us a lot.
Pokemario did the funny
as far
thing.
as visual cues.
Pokemario did the funny thing where you turn around before the Golden Wolf attacks you in the cutscene. Beast doing the coolest jump attack in the route. I love that. New Lake Bed is so fun.
Pokemario now getting Ending Blow. Our other runners didn't finish Fair and Twilight, so they won't be able to get Ending Blow now. But they have to get it because otherwise they will not be able to deal the last hit in the game. That is the only point where the Ending Blow is required. So we'll see later how they end up getting it.
Skyrion doing Linnae Ruge Clip, and EJ heading over to Pillow Clip. Oh, everybody, I would love to see some other runners. That'd be great. Right after we watch Beast do Deku Toad.
So Deku Toad is a very simple boss fight. Lots of different ways to beat him, but since we only have the Master Sword and a few items, we have to do a very precise combo. We're going to try to swing the sword 10 times relatively quickly to be able to finish the fight in one cycle, and Beast doing
Did
that
Ether hit
beautifully.
Gorge Void and then hit the KB1 trigger?
That doesn't appear so.
No, I thought he ran out and then ran back in. I was confused. I didn't see what happened previously. But it looks like Ethernet
Oh yeah, maybe he did then.
hit Gorge Void. He hasn't skipped as highly on Claw Shot splits, so.
No, so maybe he did.
Yeah, it looks like he hit Gorge Void. Nice! Good job, Ether. So far, the only person that I've seen who has hit it. And that saves him a minute over the other runners. So he hit Gorge Void, and then he went over to get the Kakariko Warp Portal, which he needs later. And now he is going to do that Forced Warp that we talked about earlier, that everybody else had to do before going to Kakariko. And unfortunately, we missed him do Rupee Roll, but that's fine.
We'll
this
see some
Forced
other
Warp
runners.
is very important because it gives us map warping. And map warping is very important for a glitch called Map Glitch. Again, very good at naming. Maybe getting a pretty decent pillar clip there.
There is a different way to... There's almost a way to get around needing map warping, which is simply the ability to warp by pulling up the map and pressing Z.
Yeah, but
Or
it's like 8,000
deep that
times
up.
frame perfect.
Yeah, the only way for any percent is by mashing frame perfectly for A and B alternating for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And that is not very RTA viable.
Not quite.
If you
Maybe
watch an
one
all
day.
dungeons run, though, they do skip that portal. They do skip map warping.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Minnie got another clip.
Beast, are you going to drown the Card Rider? He is! Okay, cool. This strat is a little bit unsafe for race setting because if you mess it up and you don't react quickly enough, it can crash your game. But what Beast is going to do, he's going to lure this Kargarok into the water, and if the rider of the Kargarok gets wet, he dies. Very similar to Master Chief. So that skips having to do the fight. Got a weird flying pattern, it seems like.
Yeah. A little slow here. I just want to mention, this strat doesn't save any more than maybe 6 seconds.
Barely.
And if you get it, well, that's cool. You saved some seconds. If you miss it, then the game
He
crashes.
definitely didn't save time with that one.
And you have to go back to just after the claw shot, and it loses, what is it, about a minute?
A minute and change, yeah. But it's cool, so... Beast going for an out of bounds here. Gonna wedge ourselves between these two rocks and just nudge ourselves out of bounds. What that does is it skips you having to go through that little dog leg in the track there you can see on the mini map, and it saves about 7 or 8 seconds. Mini killing the Tektite like a smart person.
And Pokemario now working on saving the monkeys. This is Monkey 2.
Yep.
Early
And chicken in chat
monkeys
for Mini.
is also possible on Wii. However, because of some very weird reasons, Wii is more prone to crashing in back in
Beast?
time.
Okay, cool. Stylish. Bonking back in bounds.
Interesting.
I can only assume we're style points.
Wii is a lot more prone to crashing in back in time if you press A or B or both. So, Wii runners usually avoid doing much in back in time.
Let's watch Ethernet's pillar clip here. Not too bad. Oh, fast, yeah.
That was pretty good.
Angled himself correctly for the quick ascend there. And into the Lake Bed Temple he goes. Mini heading into Deku Toad, getting that C up. So in the Deku Toad fight casually, you get into the arena, and then the game wants you to see up and look up at the ceiling to see like a cutscene of Deku Toad being up there, and then he falls down, and then you fight him. Since we have EBF, you can go into the arena from the opposite side, which is far easier, and do that same thing.
Yeah, entering normally requires either the Zora
1 second.
armor or water bombs, which none of them have at this point.
Yeah.
There are 9 racers in total. Only 1 on Wii and 8 on GameCube.
Oh, hey, it's time for Pokemario to do the Wii thing. Hey. Bridge Clip is neat. I like Bridge Clip.
Yeah, bridge clips were actually the first glitch found in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which is a trivia effect that I love pointing out because any percent doesn't do it anymore. But you see other runs like Wii Any Percent or No Save and Quit getting to Ook by clipping through the sides of bridges.
And now, about 15 minutes after everybody else, Pokemario is fighting Ook. Four hops.
Not too bad.
Ether doing Old Lake Bed? Interesting. Okay. Lake Bed had a reroute a year and change ago. And some people are still sticking to the old route, it seems like. Nice break slide.
Was a nice break slide. Beast is going for Forest Escape one more time, accidentally pulling Uku.
Yep, forgot to do his equips. We've all been there.
Also an interesting choice with Iron Boots on Y. That's not a
Awful.
terribly common
it's
choice.
Objectionable is what it is. And if you put Iron Boots on Y, you need to stop that right now. Post haste. I don't have
Looks
strong
like many,
feelings on
many-
a lot of things, but
Also going for drowning the Cargo Rock Rider,
yep,
or just swimming all the way into Lake Hylia, as
Yeah.
it may be.
could
Can we
do.
talk about this blatant Iron Boots on Y shaming that's going on right here?
Yes, we can. If you do it, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Who has made you king of equips? And how long
Okay,
have you
listen.
been around? That
Hey,
we've
hey, hey.
been doing.
Listen
I've
up.
been doing this thing since 2012.
I'm
If
not
I
the
want to
king
put
of
my Iron
equips.
Boots
I'm the
on Y-
prince of equips. Thank you.
I have been putting Iron Boots on Y since 2012 when I
Oh
started.
yeah,
running.
well I have I have a sub 330 in any percent.
When
So there.
I started running, the world records was 335.
Wow. So I bought the world record is what you're saying.
See,
Wow. I must be pretty good at
Dom
this
is agreeing. Dom is being as Dom has been around for as long as I've been, and Dom is saying Iron Boots belong on Y. So you're objectively wrong.
I don't know. I feel like that's this is like collusion. How much did you pay Damyak? I can pay you
not-
double, Dom.
Dom has not been paid. Dom is just saying the right thing.
Nah, I don't know
Damyak is
that.
a name I haven't heard in quite a while.
And
Nice to
I
see
saw him
you,
the other
Damyak.
day. He's been around
And-
a little bit.
And Beast is saying the same thing. And what's Beast's time, Prince of None? Huh?
Irrelevant is what it is.
What's
Beast has a
his
dumb
time?
head. He has a dumb face. So roasted. There it is.
But he is second. He is all.
Oh look!
only-
Oh, he got
he's-
rupee roll. Ooh, great, fantastic! I can do rupee roll.
That was a very
Nonsense.
nice rupee roll from Beast.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Really, this is a very controversial topic, as you can see. A lot more opinions are on like Clawshot and the Boomerang, but
The
we do have a
Boomerang
lot
goes
of
on
opinions,
Y.
a lot of
This is
heated
just how it
opinions on Iron Boots. And frankly, the only thing we can all agree on is on the Wii version, Iron Boots go on D-pad down.
That's true, yeah.
There is no question about this. Every Wii
Anyway,
runner
I'm
agrees.
calling my good personal friend Nimzo9 to talk about this. He'll be here shortly, I assume. Anyway, Beast is going to do Elden Twilight. This is nonsense. I'm furious.
Yep.
Mini climbing lake bed for that, or climbing lake bed. Wow, climbing Zora's domain for the Zora's domain warp portal, which we need later.
Ethernet talking to Fire. Let's see if Ethernet is going to drown the Cargo Rock Rider as well.
That's a good question, actually.
Oh, Ethernet also playing on German. But Mini,
Oh yeah, so he is.
who lives in a PAL region, choosing the English version.
Sky is still in. His feed has been swapped out for a little bit.
We haven't had anyone forfeit yet.
Yet, Beast, you can still forfeit for your bad takes. There's still time.
Although, really, if you can get this far in the run, if you can get all the way to Elden Twilight,
Yeah, there's really nothing that
it's
can murder your run.
pretty likely that you're going to be able to finish.
Yeah. Unless you tilt.
So yes, Ethernet going for drowning the Cargo Rock Rider as well. Swimming straight out.
Yep. Which is definitely cooler.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Just a little riskier in my experience.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not smart, but it's cool. Style points. As a leaderboard mod, you know that for style points you remove time.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
All right, that's fair.
Mario opening the door to save that monkey, but the monkey isn't actually there.
What happened to it?
It just disappears because he already got the boomerang,
Oh, okay.
but he still has to open the door for the
Hey,
game
Minnie
to
did the
count
same
that
thing.
monkey is saved.
Maybe you should have put Rang on Y. Anyway. Either not doing Cargoob, going for that reliable, consistent strat of not losing 30 seconds to a clip. And
The wildebeest entering the hotel.
the worst part of this run.
The hotel isn't really that bad.
It's
there are
not
two mods in
bad.
there.
It's just
However,
optimized.
it is very awkward sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's see how easily Beast gets through here. I imagine he'll be getting the 10 rupees, which are behind the cabinet.
Same address. Oh, that's a shame.
Getting
Targeting priority is a
orb.
little bit weird in Twilight Princess.
Getting this yellow rupee. Side hop to try to skip the text, but I don't think he needed to because
he did rupee
missed
roll
Horse
earlier.
Void. Yes, this building is called the Eld Inn.
Yes, it's
Very clever
funny.
pun by the developers
Yes.
of Nintendo.
I assume the English localizers. Minnie heading up to do rupee roll. Rupee roll is so fun. It's probably my favorite trick in this game.
It is a very cool trick. Also very precise with targeting and also just a little bit of timing.
It looks like Beast got rich. Wow, he's really rich.
Okay, Minnie somehow managed to not target the tree. I thought he aimed too far right.
Nice.
But getting on the fence easily there.
Yep.
Looked like he didn't adjust the camera, which is an interesting choice.
Oh yeah, hey, rupee roll works because you BLJA onto the fence where you set up a rupee, and since there's a rupee there, the game wants to be like, hey, you got a yellow rupee 10. And what that does is it gives us enough time to basically buffer rolling off the other side of the fence and allows us to get over to the other side and LJA over the gorge.
Also, interestingly, it is not possible if you have a 1 heart or fewer.
Yeah. The
heart or
animation of
less.
Link going makes it such that his position that he stands in changes such that you just can't slide off the other side. Beast did Wolf Bomb House skip because that's just the kind of guy he is, and then he bonks on the ledge a couple times.
Just, to flex.
Yeah, yeah, flexing his lead.
So, to skip the bomb house, you just have to kill the bug before entering the bomb house.
Mhm.
And there are a couple ways to do that. The version Beast did with jump attacks as Wolf is more difficult and more precise than what I imagine some other runners will be going for, which is doing it as human with just a boomerang long jump attack.
Yeah,
It does save 3 seconds, though, so, very
gotta
worth
go
it.
for it. Very good bug RNG there from Beast. This
Skipping
Watchtower
the
bug
blue
can really be irksome. It can hang out in that little corner on the side there, and while it's in that area, it's invulnerable. So you gotta wait for it to poke its head out into the other side of the room.
You sometimes see it just spinning around like 6, 7, 8 times.
It's rough.
It takes so long.
Oh, it's this bomb thing. I love this bomb thing Pokemario's doing.
Not doing the optimal strat, but getting through just fine.
Way cooler.
The optimal strat is very finicky.
Ether, dude, these basement bugs are really giving you what for, huh? Basement bugs are very fast if you do everything correctly, and very, very, very slow if you mess up some of the movement or some of the targeting. Just as many as displayed for us.
2 bugs left for Bewildebeest.
Yep.
And then we'll be heading off to another Twilight.
Very exciting, I promise.
Mario opting not to do the worm boost in this room. Which I think the worm boost is slightly faster, but it's not a very big margin.
There's what do you like? Just get on the worm and hope it boosts you up to the chest there.
Yeah, you use the worm to boost onto the ledge higher up, and then
Just jump over to the cage.
Jump over to where you can boomerang. Wonder if he'll be going for the bomb strat in this room.
Oh yeah, you've seen Ether and just now Minnie do the Malomart bug. What they're doing is they're entering, turning left, bonking with a B attack, and then targeting. And what that does is it manipulates the bug to jump down to where we're standing. If you don't do that, then it runs off to the other side, and you have to go chase it. And the jumping is really awkward because all the ledges are really close together, and it's a real hassle.
The Wildebeest now finished with Elden Twilight.
Yep. I'm just
There are a lot
watching
of-
the ends.
There are a lot of frame perfect things that we can do in the game.
Oh, Ether
which-
grabbed the pot. I hate grabbing that. That's why I don't go for those jumps, man. I always grab the pot. Bonked into the low
gets the
jump, though, so
bonk.
redeemed.
There are a lot of frame perfect things that don't necessarily save time, but are cool to do nonetheless.
Yes.
But Wildebeest will be going for a 1-frame side hop that can save about 6 seconds if he gets it. Very soon.
Pokemario's feed, a cutscene that you don't see in any other run.
You see it on glitchless runs, but
That's
that's
fair.
it.
This thing has been here for a while now. It just fell like 3 seconds ago, but it's been here a while now.
Shoutouts to Midna. Alright,
We
frame
skipped
perfect
some
side
of
hop
the
here.
coolest cutscenes in the game. Oh, this is the
Wildebeest
side
missing
hop.
the side hop.
Unfortunate. Not a gamer. Very sad. Rolling
Oh.
off the side there and equipping Iron Boots to skip a trigger that basically just has you talk to Rotella, who is the Zora princess, or the Zora queen, who is straight up dead. Just a ghost
Ethernet
appears.
just went and read the sign in Barnes Bombs that says, "Don't light fires, please."
Oh man.
Good sign.
He's also going for the human method of bomb house skip.
It's a simple, easy, quick, but not as quick as Wolf Bomb House Skip.
Looks cooler, in my opinion. Minnie going for Wolf Bomb House skip.
mean,
Lining it up. That looks
the cool
a little bit
thing
far
with
left.
Bomb House
Okay,
Skip.
Nice.
Ethernet having to go through again. The cool thing about Bomb House Skip is just having the bomb house disappear.
Yeah, it's really cool. Pokemario, unfortunately not getting Ooklis, it doesn't seem.
Nope.
Is
And
Ooklis is
therefore
a thing
having
on
to
Wii,
wait
yes?
for the cutscene. Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
I hear it's more difficult, but I don't remember why.
Beats me. Ooklis, if you aren't aware, it's a trick you see in other runs that do that beat Forest Temple. You can do some bomb bubbling, some bomb juggling with the boomerang to basically kill Baba before Ook has the chance to appear and be like, "Hey, here's some bombs." Ether and Minnie synced up for a second there.
Yep. Wasn't looking at Ethernet, but Minnie had a really good RNG on the Watchtower bug.
Did he? Nice.
It just went out instantly.
Nice.
I
I was
imagine.
watching
At least-
Baba.
I hope the same for Ethernet. Pokemario now done with the Forest Temple. Will be joining the rest of the runners in Elden Twilight soon. Now, one thing that I think the linear Twilight route in any percent may have changed once since Tresco was running this game.
Oh, you like 30 years ago?
Yeah, like 30 years ago.
Yeah, because he's so old.
I think we used to not warp up to Zora's domain here. We used to just get the other bugs and use the Cargarok to fly up.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, that changed back in like 2013, so no one does that anymore.
I'm never going to be invited back. Burning on my bridges. What's the backup
Ethernet.
hitting KB trigger? Run left around the sanctuary.
There's a video by SVA showing it off.
It's great. I've only ever watched it in a state of pure panic.
Shoutouts to SVA.
Big shoutouts to SVA. Beast having a lily pad bugs, it seems like. Not too bad. These lily pad bugs are irksome for the same reason that all the other bugs are irksome, is because they're RNG. But maneuvering around the lily pads is not exceptionally simple. Mini golding his Zelda and Twilight segment.
With a, what, 714? 716. I'm good at math.
Yes.
Optimally, you can get something like a 650, but it's really...
It's not easy.
It's not easy. You have
There's
to move
a lot of optimization.
very well and
Yep.
not mess up in the hotel and stuff. Pokemario running into the postman trigger. I don't know if they're on Wii 1.0 or not.
I don't know.
So for all of you fans of the postman, there
You're
is
welcome.
your postman for the day.
Enjoy. Savor it.
Might be seeing him again. 2639s.
Of course he does. He's
Thanks, Beast,
Nimzo.
for correcting me. My best is a 659 personally, so I am bad at the game.
I think my best is like a 730 or something. I'm not good at this game, it bears note.
Mini missing the one frame side hop. Let's see if Ethernet can
Not
get
a
it.
gamer. Yeah, I could do to see some other feeds.
Putting G's and Link 1183 on screen.
And TGD, hell yeah.
TGD. All right.
Some homies. So, how did everybody do? Okay, it looks like 1183 missed Gorge Void.
Looks like TGD's pace is not that bad.
Yeah, no, he's doing pretty decent. G's a little bit further ahead.
And Beast making his way to Castletown.
Yep.
This is the best part of the run.
Although if you asked him, he would probably tell you it's Clocktown.
Yeah.
All right.
There is a way to
G's.
skip this portal, which is done in low percent and involves riding Epona out of bounds for
It's really cool to watch.
quite a while.
It's very cool.
It is very cool. It also takes like 20 minutes. So
Oh yeah, it doesn't take a short amount of time.
definitely not worth it.
G's got the gamer side
100%.
hop. G's is gonna win. And his feed also is being weird. But he got it.
Beast now entering Castletown. We need one bug in Castletown.
Yep, this whole running across Hyrule Field, doing the messenger fight, running through, dash canceling through Castletown. All for one bug.
Suppose the Twilights are sort of supposed to introduce the player to these new areas, and I suppose it does that, but
It does.
gets kind of boring for people who already know the game in and out.
Yeah, if you're speedrunning it, it's a little bit dull. Why did that fail? Huh. Maybe weird initial angle where he was standing to start. If you break those boxes
I'm not
from a
gonna get
specific
invited back.
this fucking guy, man. I don't know how you guys deal with this guy. Anyway, if you break those boxes from a specific place on Beast's feet, I should clarify. The bug will immediately jump down off the ledge and be vulnerable. It's a similar sort of thing as the Watchtower bug previously, where if it's not out of the place where it starts, you can't hit it. Of course, there's so many optimizations with practice, but it's boring.
Pokemario and the Wii version aren't on screen anymore, but on Wii 1.0, if a bug lands in the water, it sinks all the way to the bottom of the water.
Yeah, it's not great.
And usually wastes quite a bit of time, so hopefully that doesn't happen to Pokemario.
1183 not going for the Gamer Rock, even though he could have gotten it.
Beast defeating the last few bugs before the big bug.
The boss bug, Derek, my good friend, my amigo.
Known by many names.
Yep.
and one of the few things I have cared to practice optimizing in linear Twilight.
I mean, it's that and waterfall side hop. That's about it, really. All right. I didn't see if 1183 got the gamer side hop.
Well, considering the map is filled in, I assume not.
Good point.
Yeah, the one frame side hop we were mentioning earlier, if you get it, then the map doesn't update. So you can see on Jesus' screen, it's all green rather than showing the water flowing through. Which it looks like TGD did get it as well.
Oh, he fell down. That's unfortunate. He didn't buffer it, which is interesting to me. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone not buffer waterfall side hop.
There are a few, like
Nice
I know
double hand grab.
FX does as well.
Oh yeah, it's true. But yeah, optimally, you would land on the platform above there, but since he fell down a little bit, he just has to turn around and claw shot back up. Doesn't lose too much time. Beast fighting Derek, gets the quick hit. There's a couple of things where you're basically manipulating the bug to come at you a certain way, so you can hit it and then to stop it, and then hit it again to actually do damage. But it's kind of finicky sometimes, so. And right here, climb up, and you can, if you bonk, if you bonk onto his leg with the mid charge attack, it skips the whole going back and forth.
TGD accidentally warping to Zora's domain instead of Lake Hylia.
Yep. Taking the scenic route, he says.
And Bewildebeest done with Linear Twilight.
Yep. So now on Beast Feed, the run kind of opens up. It's time to head over to Snow Peak Ruins, but we're not dealing with Twilight anymore. There's no more bugs. It's all dungeons pretty much.
And looking at Link 1183's splits, which I don't think are on screen, it looks like Link is going for the Bite Zora armor route, which will be significantly different after Linear Twilight.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I didn't even notice that until just now. Nice. That's cool. ZA route is cool. There is a trick in it that is irksome.
Actually, it might be the Gorge ZA route, but a ZA route.
Oh, yeah. Or not a trick, but a segment.
Yeah. There is something preventing getting the Zora armor from being an easy thing. Missing the side hop there.
Yeah.
So having to save and quit to not lose too many times.
A modified sort of buffer method.
Yeah, I've heard that going and using the iron boots early there, you can make it a bit more lenient, but I didn't even see the prompts to side hop.
It's odd, and I don't fully understand it, the way that the trigger works, but, you know.
We see Bewildebeest howling now.
Yep. Doing the only, howling the only song that he completes in the route. Well, I guess besides the first one in Sacred Grove, but
it won't be the last time that we howl.
Nope. We gotta howl once more for a thing later on. Alright, Link. Oh, juked. You hate to see it. Like I was saying about these bugs just being irksome.
And TGD now going off to finish the Twilight. Just 2 bugs left.
Misses the dash hop, Beast does, so clearly not going to PB, which is unfortunate. So he's going to do this messenger fight and then commit theft. He's going to steal from this poor, helpless woman, this innocent woman, because we need the bombs more than she does. Meanwhile, TGD working on Derek. 1183 and G's just doing their Linear Twilight thing. Oh man, TGG's popping off. He's going ham. Photosensitive warning.
So there are two different ways that we can steal bombs. You'll probably see Beast warp out of the cabin, but you can also see using Uku. The Wildebeest is going to be going for a trick coming up called Norgor, which is the long name for it is Goron Bomb Bag with normal bombs. We're not supposed to be able to use normal bombs underwater, but he'll be doing a trick to try to use it and try to blow up the rock that is at the bottom of Zora's domain.
And in that rock is a man, a rock man with a bomb bag. So, lining up. Basically what he's trying to do is he's trying to drop a bomb over some water and use a cutscene to make sure that the bomb doesn't... Nice!
And gets it.
Yep, very clean. Normally, if you drop a regular bomb into the water, it doesn't do anything. But since you do it in the cutscene, it works.
Yeah, the bomb keeps falling during the cutscene, and that just prolongs its timer, so it makes it all the way down. Very precise trick, very good work from Bewildebeest.
Yeah, I know for a fact that Bewildebeest is using a metronome to time his inputs there, which makes it a little bit more consistent, but you're still, obviously, you have to make your hands do it correctly, which is no small feat. And he's going to head over to Snow Peak.
Coming up, we'll be seeing map glitch. Do we want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, it's map glitch time, isn't it? So, if you interrupt a warp, like if you talk to him and then you say, "Hey, I want to go somewhere," but you interrupt that, what it does is it disables load zones and load zones and void planes, basically.
Yeah, the game essentially gets ready to warp.
Yeah, it says, okay, time to unload this map, load a new one. But if you interrupt that, it just leaves you on the same map without the fog voiding us out, because, casually you're supposed to get the Reekfish scent and follow that up the Snow Peak, and if you stray too far from that path, you void out and have to start over. But getting the Reekfish scent is very, 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 very slow. So we don't do that. So we just disable the load zones and run on up. The thing about that is there's a load zone at the end of the climb to get into a cave to progress. And if you try to dig into that cave while map glitch is still active, you kind of soft lock your game a little bit, which is not good. Fortunately for us, there's a Howling Stone right next to it. And what that Howling Stone does is it moves you to a different map, which basically disables map glitch. So he'll run up, howl, and then leave.
Interestingly enough, that isn't the only thing that disables map glitch in this area. If you fall into the frozen lake, that also disables map glitch and just respawns you normally.
Really?
However, that is not useful in anything, because we need to get past the blizzard, which is past the frozen lake.
I thought it soft locked you.
No, for some reason, voiding out there does not soft lock you.
Huh. Interesting. G's with a perfectly adequate Derek fight there. TGD doing that UZR messenger fight. I assume he's going to steal bombs the old way, per se, which is to Uku out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else is going for Norgor other than Bewildebeest.
Hey, Anno, why is Beast dropping those bombs?
I was just about to talk about it. So, as we said earlier, we can't use normal bombs underwater except in very precise scenarios like Norgor. Well, we can actually use it pretty much anytime we enter water with a frame-perfect pull. However, that's not really useful when we need to be, say, fighting Morpheal.
Also, just to interject, Beast LJ'd past a messenger fight there, so he has to do the snowboarding section without the with the fog still active. Anyway, go on.
So we need to get water bombs so that we can use water bombs underwater, and we'll be seeing them swimming with water bombs later, which is another thing you're not supposed to be able to do with bombs, but it lets you refill your air and allows the runners to skip using the Zora armor. In contrast, on Link 1083's screen, we will be seeing get the Zora armor, and therefore will not be getting bombs.
Yep. TGD is also dropping bombs for a similar reason, which is to get water bombs, so that he can go get the Goron bomb bag the old way, the slightly slower way. So he's just gonna get those bombs, warp back to Zora's domain, and drop a bomb off into the water, break open the rock, get the bomb bag. Excuse me, I'm very phlegmy.
No worries. So, as Prince said, Bewildebeest having to navigate through the foggy snowboarding section here. This jump right here is not super easy to aim for, but
what it is terrifying. It's so scary.
Doing the fog, skipping the messenger fight and snowboarding through the fog saves about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And if you miss that jump there, it loses about a minute.
And like generally like the game, you could say, is pulling you in a certain direction. Oh, TGD missed a Rocket Link. That's unfortunate. He might drown here. In fact, he will almost certainly drown. Nope, he's good.
No, just fine.
Rocket Link is, speaking of swimming with water bombs, if you pull a bomb underwater, and then as soon as it comes out, drop it, it shoots you up to the top of whatever body of water that you're in for reasons that are beyond me. But that's how you get out of that tank pretty quick.
Bewildebeest's now doing Snow Peak, which personally, Snow Peak is my favorite dungeon because it has some wacky tech. Running into the wall there, but in this room he'll be clipping through the ice, and in the next room he'll be clipping through an ice monster.
Does that work? No.
Oh, failing it.
It's okay,
this trick saves about 15 seconds.
Versus the old way of doing Snow Peak?
Yeah, versus the old way of doing Snow Peak, which was clipping through the floor instead of the ice. Oh, geez, dude. Ooh, angled the wrong way there.
This is not great for Freezer Skip.
Yeah, only one heart is not looking good.
I mean, obviously he's a professional, but okay.
The Freezer deals half a heart of damage, so
yeah, so
if
he has
Willoughby
one shot.
Gets his first try, then he's fine.
G's just got Norgor, I think. I might
does appear so.
Yeah, he did.
G's was actually the one that found that you can warp away from Isa's hut rather than using Uku, which makes Norgor save a lot more time than it used to. At least if I remember correctly, it was G's.
Beast needs to not get hit during this fight. Otherwise, it is a game over. Okay, blown up, and it's good. It's good. Cool. Link 1183 heading over to do escort.
So, escort is just going from basically West Hyrule Field over to Kakariko, right? It should be pretty smooth sailing, right?
Very simple.
Well, there are a couple of obstacles in our way that the game puts there.
Like the sign.
Kamla's Mar sign, yeah,
it's
very hard. The first thing you'll see is normally you fight King Bulblin on the bridge of Hylia. The Great Hylian Bridge, as I think the sign normally says. Yeah. Link currently does not have any items that can be used to deal damage to King Bulblin. So how is Link going to get through without fighting it?
I assume he just forgot to get like a bow or something, so he's gonna go back and peek Goron mines or something. Yeah,
bow or bombs.
Yeah.
I remember I once tried to use the slingshot. I don't think that dealt damage though.
Does it not? That's a shame.
Nope, just going to line up Epona and try to walk into a wall.
A little bit further. Yep, that should be good. Okay. Didn't like that one.
This
That's
is
gotta work.
another pretty finicky trick, but
I think that should have worked if he.
that should
not-
have worked.
Yeah. It's a little bit touchy.
The wildebeest will now be heading to Morpheal, which is another difficult thing in the run, and Link 1183 finally clipping through that wall.
Beast, go for one bomb. You know you want to.
For some reason, clipping through that wall just puts us after the King Bulblin 1 fight, so we can keep going with the escort.
Yep.
But wait, that's not the only thing that's stopping us. If you remember, we kind of didn't beat the Forest Temple.
Yeah, which means that we didn't warp the bridge.
So there's no bridge going to Kakariko. There's no bridge over the Kakariko Gorge.
Yeah, which is
How-
a major problem because there's a big ass gap.
Yeah, how are we going to get across the bridge?
Beats me. Maybe
we'll
he
see.
has. I guess 1183 has like moon boots on or something.
Yeah, maybe. We see Bewildebeest now skipping the boss key of Lakebed Temple, which is the
Yep.
only boss key that we can skip in the game, because this is the only boss loading zone.
Hey, what was that thing?
Tied.
1183 just did like a weird slide thing. What was that? To the gate.
That was known as an Epona slide, which is done by making the game think that you are able to get off of Epona at fast speeds. So it gets you off Epona at a fast speed, and you just keep going at that fast speed.
Yeah, it completely preserves your momentum, and it also doesn't check for collision under your feet.
Which is kind of weird.
A little bit odd.
But yeah, it's a pseudo frame perfect. You need to press a 1 frame after releasing the R button in order to do it.
Come on, Beast, go for one bomb. You know you want to. Hey, bomb air refills. So swimming with water bombs, obviously, strange thing. The game doesn't expect it. Remember how earlier I've mentioned if you drop a bomb immediately after you pull it out underwater, after you force equip Iron Boots, it shoots you up to the top of that water. If you wait like a half a second, it refills your air because the game says, "Oh, well, you just dropped a bomb and you're not wearing boots, so clearly you're on land. I'll just refill your air for you."
Link getting a very beautiful Epona slide
That
across
is not one bomb RNG.
gap. Skipping the need for the bridge, and as long as this LJA works, getting to Kakariko Village without
Very
edge.
clean.
And also without the wagon. The wagon is still stuck behind the bridge.
It's fine. The wagon doesn't matter. Just need to get you over there. Beast dealing with Morpheal here. Completely ignoring him. Does not notice him, senpai.
That pillar,
Yeah, that was
quite a troll.
unfortunate. Morpheal is very RNG heavy, and even besides that, there's a lot of managing your air, managing your position, her position. It's a real cluster. So, but this looks good, and assuming that she doesn't give him the worst RNG ever, he should be able to get the regrab without too much hassle. So,
And
forcing
you-
on equipping boots and then immediately grabbing back on with claw shot. Boom. Dead eel. Rest in peace.
And if you think that Morpheal is hard on GameCube, it's even worse on Wii because most routes don't have any more than 4 water bombs there. So they can't mess up very much.
Yikes.
DGD getting
with
a good Frieza was good.
Yep, very clean. Hopefully Dark Hammer is nice to him.
And 1183 now heading off to Snow Peak.
Jeez, entering Snow Peak. Gonna do the cool movement, I hope. If he doesn't, I'll be upset. Good Dark Hammer fight out of TGD.
Sounds good, Trez.
Works for me. Alright, jeez. Don't do the LJA. I don't know what he did, but he better not have LJA'd. Looks like Skyrion is getting hassled by Snow Peak.
Mario and EJ back on screen.
All right. So that's a low 126 lake bed at a beast. You know, nothing major.
Yeah, 126 is pretty good, but not quite the best pace ever.
Not quite the best pace.
Not
ever.
quite.
Skyron getting hassled by Dark Hammer.
We're now essentially halfway through the run, and I am having a good time so far.
I'm having a terrible time. The guy managing this place has awful takes on Iron Boots equips, and I could not be more upset.
You know, sometimes you just, I don't know.
It's so true. EJ doing that howling.
Arion getting past Dark Hammer, and Bewilderbeast listening to some good music.
I do also love the enemy music in this game.
Yep.
It's like dun 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 dun. Great. It's a tune. I mean, you've seen Linear Twilight. Oh wow, this bug is really giving it to Pokemon Mario. There you go.
We haven't mentioned rupees yet. Skyrion just getting the 100 rupee in the back room of
the rupee route
of Snow Peak, and going to get another 100 rupees here. The only thing we need rupees for in the run is fixing the cannon to go to City in the Sky, which is the third to last dungeon, and also the third dungeon that we complete.
Yep. This rupee route is not as tight as it's not as tight as maybe some other categories or some other Zelda games, but there's a little bit of rupee management that we have to think about, especially in Arbiters Grounds, that we'll look at later on. Beast is going to go for a glitch here. Let's see if he gets it. If you B attack into this cutscene at the right point, it does a little funny thing. Got it. Nice. Okay. Huge.
Saves a total of 2 seconds by messing up the camera.
Yeah. So the camera is now fixed in place for this cutscene, which is not supposed to be. So we're saving the time that it would take for the camera to, cut and pan around. And we're just watching this from like a security camera perspective or something. Sky now headed into Morpheal. Let's see if he gets some decent RNG. Let's see if he goes for one bomb. I hope he does. He won't, but I hope.
Yeah, knowing Skyrion tends to go for sort of safer strats, but is really good at them.
Yes.
So
he's pretty good at this game.
I would expect.
Oh, where's G's? We need G's on screen. We need G's on screen. He's gonna go for the rope skip. I completely forgot. Jesus.
Bewilderbeast thinking for a second of going for rope skip.
Yeah.
You could go to the right and jump straight to the second rope, and it has about a 50-50 chance of working, and it's very dumb.
It's very stupid. Trez, I know we have our differences, but when Jeez is approaching Telma's bar during MDH, we need him on stream.
Bewilderbeast getting one of 4 pose that we get during the speedrun.
Yeah.
The other 3 will be in Arbiters Grounds. We
don't need the pose to, heal Giovanni or anything, but that one is required, obviously, to progress, and then the 3 in Arbiters Grounds are required to open the door.
Unless you want to stare at a rupee for 10 hours.
Which you might.
If you happen to be named Anarakis, then you might want to do that, yes. Or Link 1183. Or the guy downstairs. They've all done low percent.
Yep. Alright. Ooh. Okay, that was a little bit close. Obviously, pulling a bomb there and force on equipping Iron Boots means that Link is floating upwards during this cutscene, which puts you in a bit of a more opportune position to get on Morpheal a bit faster. EJ unfortunately having to do the Trudge of Shame. Very sad.
I don't think we've seen anyone go for the mid-to-text skip. It's possible to skip the mid-to-text at the bottom of, or at the Snow Peak entrance, basically.
Okay, that was one bomb RNG.
But it's kind of dumb. and just doesn't save a lot of time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The tech skip is actually. You know who's really good at the tech skip? Basil. Basil like practiced the tech skip and is now super fast at it.
Interesting. I also go for it every run, but sometimes it just misses. Wonder what route EJ is going to go through Snow Peak with. Probably the Ice Clip route, but
I assume
it's possible that
so.
not.
Let's see if he gets the small key.
Okay, around getting the last regrab, and that should be more fuel down.
Here on Beast's feed, there's a wind cycle that he's contending with, where you know, the bridge is being blown up and down, and you can catch it a little bit early here, which he has, and that allows you to skip waiting for it for a second. You got to be fairly precise with your movement there during that section to catch that cycle.
That bridge is very finicky. Sometimes you just fall straight through it.
Oh yeah, it's also a little bit weird. There's like places where you'll just tumble and fall into the endless abyss if you're not careful.
But usually if you play well enough, you can get through and save the 3 seconds.
Yep. EJ lining up Freezer Clip in an interesting way. Oh, that was cool. Huh. If it works.
And we see Bewildebeest now going to this golden wolf here. We howled for this golden wolf at just right outside Isa's hut.
Yep, a little bit ago.
And, well, normally you need to get Ending Blow from the golden wolf in North Farron. The runners didn't do that except for Pokemario. So we're just going to get Ending Blow from this one. Which has an interesting side effect.
Really hard time here. This fight is really punishing if you don't get the choreography pretty exact. There we go. Knocks it out without too much difficulty.
Also using the claw shot, which
yeah,
is the vanilla strat for it.
Yeah, Ending Blow required by this game. You cannot kill the final phase of Ganondorf, literally the last action of the game, without Ending Blow.
It's a very exclusive club, the people that have forgotten Ending Blow in a speedrun.
Yeah.
I am a proud member of that club. It sucks. It really sucks to lose a run because you forgot to get Ending Blow.
Let that be a lesson to everyone in chat. Always remember Ending Blow.
In everything in life, not just Twilight Princess.
In
speedruns.
everything. Always remember the Ending Blow. Sky listened to some jams. Pokemario clearing out Farron Twilight, the neighbor Twilight.
Yeah,
And-
pointer controls for Pokemario on the Gargarok are very finicky.
Yikes.
I think especially on Wii 1.0, the Gargarok can just decide to go straight up at any
Really?
point at once. It's very stupid and very difficult. But navigating the bugs there relatively smoothly. And almost done with Linear Twilight.
Sky didn't talk to any extra cats. And
Good job,
Beast
Sky.
heading up this 18-second ladder. Enjoy it. Savor it.
Zooming out and zooming in the camera.
It's so nice. Oh no, Beast,
was
no, the
spinning
lag!
around.
The lag, no! Lake Hylia! You're losing time! What a thrill. Exactly. So Beast now getting that memo from Aru. Aru's memo, they call it. And
Garagon
that allows
missing
him...
Louise glitch.
That's a shame. So this is what the cutscene is supposed to look like. But Beast is now getting access to the Gerudo Desert, which will bring him to just the best part of this run. Just the most fun, real chill.
Nothing can ever go wrong.
Nothing could ever go wrong in these next coming segments.
Anyway, we have a near TAS only trick coming up on Beast screen, but that'll be at the end of the dungeon. So
Yeah.
let's see how it works.
I have that transform there is near task perfect. I'll tell you that. Frickin' every single time I run too far, and it's like, you can't transform, your flyer's looking at you. Oh, thanks, Meta. This 3 centimeters of wood will block his view. I promise.
Yeah, that's not the only case of that. Like, we'd use a sign to hide from Isa earlier in the run.
Yeah.
My favorite case of those is in 100% speedruns.
Oh, EJ. Oh, that's rough.
In 100% speedruns in the Hidden Village, there's like
one pixel.
Very, very precise place in the entire village where you can transform.
Not going for the LJA, but right. No, he could have just run up because he
could have just done the LJA, but preferring to
land it all back up again.
Jump down again.
But yeah, failing boss key skip here is a little bit punishing, and it's also just hurts your pride, really. Where it hurts my pride. Shouldn't speak for anybody else. But nails it, heading into Morpheal.
Okay, Pokemario is playing on Wii 1.0. Just jumped over the Postman trigger.
I was just about to say that. But he is now... What is he doing? Is he going to do Escort?
It does appear to be Escort, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gates are a suggestion in Twilight Princess. Beast's feed is, just roll right through that fence there.
And in the next room, it's the Bulblin camp, where normally you need to go around and kill one specific Bulblin to get a small key so that you can kill the big Bulblin. Yeah,
Beast is going to go in, run around, kill a bunch of Bulblins. There's a bunch of archers, and there's like infinite spawning enemies. It's a whole hassle, but, he's pretty good at this game. He'll make it look easy.
It sounds kind of slow. Do you think he's going to do it any faster?
Did he
Getting
just do
map glitch there? Huh.
That was weird.
Also, not transforming, staying as Wolf, okay.
I think he timed that to be like 0.2 seconds faster or something.
Is it actually?
I think so. I asked him about it at a long time ago. And I think he spent some time timing
doing an LJA over here?
Why is he...
This is a very weird way to get the small key.
Yeah, this is odd. I mean, the chest is right there, so... Well, he just fell through the floor.
Just forgot to transform.
Oh, fair enough.
And, yeah, he's in the fight.
Now.
Just skip the small key.
There you go.
Easy clap.
Yeah, so map glitch obviously disables you voiding out when you go underneath the map, and luckily the cutscene trigger for the fight extends all the way up and down, so you just fall right into it.
Gyrion getting the early win cycle, but it was very scuffed. It looked like he was just going to tumble down the bridge.
EJ not getting sucked. And Pokemario doing KB2 skip. That looks good.
Epona looks too far forward.
Oh, do you reckon?
And I have to back up. Or, yeah, that's a little more than backing up.
Yeah,
okay.
Completely reset your position. Yeah. This trick is a little bit finicky, like we said earlier. It's like it's deceptively precise, but also not.
This trick was found in 2018. It was one of the more recent additions to Twilight Princess. We can only get a major route change about every 5 years, so it was a nice one.
Yeah.
Saves about 4 minutes, and is easier than every other strat that was used for King Bulblin 2 before. However, yeah, it is pretty precise.
It's for me, having only learned it a little bit ago, it's weird to get a feel for, because a lot of things that don't look like they should work do, and a lot of things that don't, or a lot of things that look like they should work don't. But he gets it nonetheless. And Beast is in Arbiters Grounds, the most fun dungeon.
Yep. Definitely the easiest dungeon, and nothing can go wrong.
This is one of the most punishing segments in the speedrun. There is so much going on. It is ridiculous. Like, not even thinking about, like, Death Sword skip or anything, which is coming up a bit later, I assume.
Also, as a fun little fact, these 2 torches that you have to light right here are the only required uses of the lantern in the game. If it weren't for those 2, you could beat the game without getting the lantern. Just a fun little fact.
Would you rupee slide through the tunnel before burning the webs?
You would do fishing rod dupes to
Fishing
go
rod
around,
dupes, unload them. Okay.
to right Epona around Farronwoods.
Oh, it's right around. Okay. Huh. That's
Very
ridiculous.
interesting routing, and it's a shame though you can't beat the game without the lantern.
Pokemario screen, you can now see Escort as performed by 1183, but backwards.
And I believe Pokemario warped the bridge, so there will be no
I can
need
only
for the
assume so.
Epona slide. Especially because the Epona slide does not work on Wii.
Does it not? Oh, I guess there's...
It would work if they had a button to backflip off of Epona.
Yeah, exactly.
The only way to backflip off of Epona is having an enemy near, and that makes it impossible to
Skyrion showing off Link's ass.
do.
And
slide.
Beast got Po 1 skip because that's Po 1 skip, obviously. You can do an LJA. Arbiters Grounds, if you're very familiar with this game casually and not in a speedrun context, Arbiters Grounds looks really weird because we do it kind of backwards.
The order of pose we get compared to the casual order is 4, 2, 3.
Yeah. And so we skip Po 1 and basically just LJ across a room the opposite way that you would normally and go get the last Po first.
Now, the last Po, there's quite a bit of RNG, but this is one of few things in Twilight Princess we can actually manipulate.
Yep. Let's see if I can remember the RNG manipulations off the top of my head.
Start target to center of the camera.
Yep.
And depending on which side...
Yeah. Up, you want to get back on land and then B attack and then jump attack. Bottom B attack. So
Yeah,
B
bottom
attack
B
and then
attack.
get back on land. And I assume he'll do the fast thing where he tries and jump attacks the yep.
Yep,
Nice.
and it was correct Po. Very fast.
Very fast. So that is probably the fastest you can possibly do that room.
Also, it should be noted, it is impossible to open that door on the one frame you have of just right after closing the text box,
Yep.
which is a shame,
It really is.
because that would be a really funny time loss in any percent, and
Yeah.
also would be really useful in 100%.
Is EJ going to go for rope skip? I doubt it. No, unfortunate. Okay.
Our runners will need to have 300 rupees by the end of Arbiters Grounds.
Yep.
There
or
are some
280
consistent drops.
rupees. Or 270. It depends. But
Yeah, it
not having
depends.
300 rupees by the end of Arbiters Grounds loses time.
I wonder if Bewildebeest will be doing his signature blue rupee strat.
I sincerely hope so. Show it off for the fans, Beast. Come on. And Pokemario in Orden to get the boots, obviously.
Now going to get the iron boots.
Yep.
An hour and 40 minutes later than most runners.
Which is behind GameCube Hundo would be getting it earlier than this.
But there is a convenient orange rupee behind Russell's house,
Yep.
which I'm not sure why he wasn't able to transform there.
I have no idea.
Interesting. I guess they'll be getting it after getting the iron boots.
Perhaps, yeah. Sky heading up to do that, map glitch, the whole Bulbin Camp skip. And Beast doing a consistent strat for this room. Very consistent.
In the next room, we may be seeing a strat called Speedrun, but we also may not be because it's kind of fidgety.
It's very fidgety.
There is a rat that can knock us out of an animation, which saves time, but setting up the rat kind of is weird.
It's odd.
Doing a B attack to drop down, doing a side hop,
Yep.
and
That looks
then
good.
doing that as
Yep.
far right as
That
possible,
was
and that
textbook
was
speed rat.
that was a good speed rat.
Pokemario Wrestling Bow. Remember like an hour and a half ago when the other guys were wrestling Bow? It's that same thing. Actually, is the RNG any different on Wii?
No, the RNG is the same. It
Okay.
is, however, much harder to mash on Wii,
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
just because of the way the Wii remote is laid out.
Yeah.
It's really easy to mash A and B alternating,
Mhm.
because you can just hold the Wii remote and
Wiggle it.
wiggle it between your fingers. But mashing just A is not super easy. But overall, not a terrible wrestling from Pokemario.
Yep.
And we'll be getting the Iron Boots and going off to Lake Bed, I think.
It seems that way, yeah. We look like we're really smart, but we're just reading people's splits. Sorry to break the illusion. This
Wildebeest.
room, yeah, this room that Beast is in is kind of sucky. It can mess you up a little bit, but
Interestingly, it's a lot easier going backwards than forwards.
oh yeah,
It's-
far fewer redeads to contend
The
with.
redeads don't even notice you when you're going backwards. That is the last Poe that.
Oh
we'll be
my
getting
god,
there.
EJ, that bridge cycle, dude. That was scary. Oh man, that was like the last possible second.
Beast now getting the last Poe and about halfway through the dungeon, and not through the worst of it yet.
Not yet. The worst is yet to come.
Pokemario will be
Pokemario-
going for Pillar
assume
Clip
Zora
with
Armor-
Zora Armor,
Yeah, cool.
which is, depending on who you ask, is either a lot easier or a lot harder than without.
It's so much harder than without without Zoro armor. It's nonsense.
Because you have to do the same thing. You have to put yourself between the pillar and the wall. But
yeah, but the
lining it
camera
up
sucks,
is hard.
and the
and-
controls are weird.
It's not clear how much speed you need.
It's awful.
Yeah. So let's see if you can get it first try.
This looks fine. Yeah.
Yeah, first try.
Practiced Wii runner with
Using the
Zoro armor.
iron boots to line up.
Yeah. So.
So
Beast
what are
didn't
your?
do the blue beast strat. Come on, man. So basically, we were watching Pokemario, but Beast just then be attacking over a sand pit to skip a decent bit of the dungeon once again.
And doing a clean human movement as long as he can get this break slide. All
Yeah,
right,
whatever.
cool.
Anyway. Pokemario getting EBF.
Yeah, for some reason, well, okay, it's because this
We know
starts the
why.
Skull Kid fight.
Yeah.
That gives you early boss flags, which will let Pokemario do the same thing the GameCube runners did, entering the Deku Toad fight early.
Yep.
APF is such a weird thing.
It's very odd, and I don't fully understand it, but I think I have a decent sort of passing knowledge of it. But it's probably, in my experience, one of the deepest concepts in Twilight Princess that isn't just like looking at code. Sky got a decent second try-ish Poe 1 skip there. And Beast is going to do DSS. So, do you guys remember EMS like a little while ago?
I
You can
do.
kind of do that same thing, but different here. So what he's going to do is he's going to manipulate Death Sword into a specific position, hopefully, and then try and get a super jump off of Death Sword's head, and frame very precisely, release that super jump onto the little ledge here that you can see above him.
This used to be considered TES only, so I hope everyone finds it impressive.
Very impressive.
First try, easy.
It, like, that looks so easy when you don't know what's happening, but that's seriously, like, ridiculously hard. Sky manipulating the RNG correctly. Very well done. And got the good RNG on the second Poe as well. Oh, dude, Jake is hassling Pokemario. This sucks.
Oh, yeah.
So Jake here, this Helmasaur, can sometimes be in the way of where you need to be LJAing, and it really, it's not great. But manages it very well.
Yeah, Pokemario has to use that Helmasaur to LJ up there because the boomerang LJs don't work.
That was a fucking 1025 spinner. Whatever.
And
My name's Wildebeest. I'm good at this game.
So
You can go around the other side of Hyrule Castle. There you fight the Dark Nuts.
yeah, you fight the Dark Nuts instead. And I think there was something else that you had to consider. But
I mean, there's the graveyard, but we don't need to do the graveyard.
anyway, Bewildebeest is heading to Stallard now.
Yep. Metrono. Don't forget.
Stallard is quite the boss that we will be skipping.
I have some choice
presumably.
words about the boss, but you know. That's neither here nor there.
You seem to have quite a few choice words about a lot of things.
That's, well, perhaps.
Stallard skip was considered TAS only until last year, right? Or was it a couple of years ago? I think last year.
Last year.
And thanks to Jeez, who was running in the race, and a few other people like Demon and Doshu. I don't know. I wasn't
worked
actually
on it a little bit. I think Pokemario worked on it a little bit as well. But we found a setup. They found a setup that makes it not completely TAS only, just very, very, very hard.
It involves 3 separate tricks, each of which is precise in its own right.
Yeah. For the fans, maybe. If you're good. Pokemario. So I love. What are you doing, Pokemario? What?
Oh, Pokemario is running on Wii.
What?
Pokemario
Oh,
can't
no,
do an
BLJAs.
LJA. Yeah. He has to go out and get bombs right now.
What's happening? Dude, Sky
Carry
just
on.
murdered Remy. Oh my god.
Yeah, not going for speedrun whatsoever.
Yeah, no, not having it. Anyway, Beast is going to head over to the corner, and he's going to pull out the claw shot, going to line it up. Sub-pixel perfect.
It's not actually that precise. Turn
It's
around
very
4
precise.
times. Backflip, a jump attack twice, and do a combo that has 3 neutral attacks ending with a down attack.
Don't
That
forget
puts
it.
us in the right position and angle. Just has to aim at the bottom pixel of the stall troop.
I thought it was the penultimate bottom pixel.
It's either of those, the bottom
Okay,
or the
got
second to bottom.
Oh,
And-
that was
oh,
way
me too.
early.
Claw shot actor displacement. So
Unfortunate.
we'll have to try again.
Yeah.
This is the most precise part of the trick.
Thanks, Wyatt.
So
Yeah, so ideally what happens there is the claw shot actor displacement, which is when instead of you going to the thing you claw shotted, the thing you claw shotted comes to you, because of some weird things about the game's code that I don't fully understand.
it happens by dropping off of a ledge at basically the same time as you claw shot something.
Yeah. But ideally, we claw shot actor displace this stall trooper Joseph into the corner here where Beast was just lining up the trick, and that allows us to do another trick, an L slide, and early again.
Going the same direction again.
To L slide out of bounds by claw shotting Joseph again, and then that sets you up to do a bomb boost that clips you past the gate. A TAS only trick, we called it, and it used to be TAS only before this setup was found.
As being tool assisted speedrun.
This family of setups, I should clarify. There are a couple small differences between lineups and combos and whatnot.
Angle looks right.
I could never eyeball it. It seems fine.
As long as you can get the bottom pixel.
Yeah. Which, there's no, clock or anything on screen that says, oh, this is the bottom one. You just have to eyeball it.
That looks good. That's a successful claw shot actor displacement, but the trick isn't done yet.
Yep, that's part 1.
Lines
No,
up
he's got-
specific position to position and angle to be
Yep.
able to do an L slide out of bounds.
A frame precise L slide.
Yeah, it's like a 5-frame window or
Yeah.
something like that. And now we have a bomb boost, which is a 3-frame window.
And the whole time you're contending with Stella's breath weapon, which, if it hits you, makes you not in the right position anymore, which is bad. So Beast again using metronome to time his inputs here. Gets it. So that's Stellar Skip, the hardest trick in the run.
And it saves about 1 minute and 40 seconds over
Yeah.
not doing it.
So I assume he still saved a little bit of time there.
Maybe.
I think he probably saved a couple seconds there,
Maybe a
as
couple
opposed
seconds.
to like a normal Stellar fight.
Doing Stellar Skip has a couple of side effects. Primarily, after he does this Shadow Beast fight right here, he could just warp away. Now, every runner can do that, but Beast
do it.
will not have to zoom into the map.
So no. Okay, got it. Really? Didn't seem that slow. Okay.
Like other runners will.
Sky heading over to Death Sword. I don't think that he'll be going for Death Sword Skip. I think he might be going for the ball and chain method of fighting. Bye,
I
Sky.
guess we'll see.
We won't see.
I guess we won't see.
And in a move purely to spite me, Trez did not let us see if G's went for rope skip. I can only assume that he did.
Yeah, G said that he was going to go for rope skip, but
Unfortunately, he failed human movement. That's a real shame. Oh, he's going for different human movement. Interesting.
yeah, I haven't seen that strat before, but I assume it might save some time, maybe.
Ball and chain skips. I mean, ball and chain is obviously faster than slashes, so if you get any ball and chain combo.
I think the Willoughby's timed that recently to have the ball and chain only be like 5 seconds faster.
That sounds right. Anyway, Beast just did the biggest sequence break in the game. You might have missed it.
Oh, yeah.
So generally, casually or glitchlessly, you are supposed to go on a whole big quest where you do the Temple of Time, and you get a bunch of Skybook characters, and you go all around the overworld, the whole thing. All in order to move that statue so you can go to City in the Sky. The thing about that is you can just clip past it. It's really easy. I encourage you to try it in your casual runs. Just, it's a very, lenient angle, and once you're in that little corner there, just transform, you'll clip right through.
Just remember, if you're playing on Wii 1.0, don't save warp when you're at the bottom of that area, because you will not be able to recover.
Many not even bothering with human movement like a smart person.
Human movement going through this set of 2 rooms as human saves about 10 seconds, but is significantly more difficult. G's now going for Death Sword Skip. See if
This
get
looks a
first
little bit
try.
weird. This should work.
That looked a little early on the release.
Yeah, I also think his position was just slightly weird.
Now just going for the fight,
Yep.
opting not to use the ball and chain.
Yeah, the time that it would save would probably be nullified by the equips.
Looks like Ethernet is going to go for human movement.
Seems that way. Unfortunately, misses the first part. He can still get to the second part, but opts not to.
Not going to go for it.
It's nice to
big
see everybody
strip.
like in the vague, approximate same part of the dungeon. Jeez, dude,
These two is slightly ahead.
that top stair, man, that always gets me. And Beast, we can talk about City in the Sky for a little bit. City in the Sky is extremely fun because there are a lot of LJAs that look really cool and are very satisfying to do correctly. So you'll be seeing on Beast feed a lot of LJAs, a lot of like sort of optimized pretty optimized movement throughout the rest of the dungeon. And hopefully his aim is good, because aiming with the claw shot particularly is a big part of the finer optimizations in City in the Sky.
But Wildebeest also recently got the IL world record for the City in the Sky 80%. So
I saw that earlier.
Imagine it'll go relatively smoothly for him.
Yeah, it's. Oh, he got knocked up. Congrats on your pregnancy.
Obviously, you're not going to go for all of the IL strats in just a normal 80% speedrun.
No, he'll get Beast. You're gonna do gate unloading, right?
I don't think he went for it in the IL.
No, did he not? I didn't watch it.
The gate unloading is only possible if you're playing on Twilight Princess HD or if you use the fishing rod, which
you need fishing rod duping. That's a shame.
They're not now going for using a bomb for Death Sword.
This is creative.
Interesting choice.
Real freestyle jazz sort of Death Sword fight here.
Only having 2 bombs. There are 2 required bomb uses in the rest of the run, but I wonder if Ethernet is going to get the backup bombs chest in City in the Sky.
I can only assume so, because, I mean, I would want to be safe for Zan, personally. Really intent on getting that Death Sword skip. Nails it.
Also going sideways into the pit.
Yeah, vectoring a little bit weird, but, it works. And Mini heading over to Stallard, as is G's entering Death Sword. G's, I believe, is not going for Death Sword skip. Or Stallard skip, G's.
Yeah, we'll see. I know G's knows how to do Stallard skip.
I think he said earlier that he was not going to go for it, though. But he might.
We'll see.
I do not think that Mini is going to go for Stallard skip. I think Mini is probably the newest runner in the race today.
I believe so.
I mean, unless you count Pokemario sort of coming out of retirement.
Mini's first run. Oh, G's is going for Stallard skip.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Mini's first run of Twilight Princess 80% was the last restreamed ZSR race for Twilight Princess, which was a month ago.
Yep.
Oh, okay, first try clock shock.
That was really cool, honestly. Jeez.
Going for a very different strat than most people.
Yeah.
For that setup.
And he put a smiley in chat, so I can assume with my clairvoyance that this went well. Using that boomerang. Now he's going to throw a bomb. I don't know if he's using metronome strats or not.
No, buffering it.
Oh.
And missing it.
Bomb boost. And we've been talking a little bit on and off about water bombs and water bomb management. Water bombs are a very precious resource in this run, especially in this route. So each time you fail Stallard, that is pretty consequential for the rest of the route.
After Arbiters Grounds, the only 2 required uses of water bombs are in the Zant fight. However, there are other strats that are much nicer with bombs.
Mini having a rough time with Stallard. And fighting Stallard is irksome. It is a lot of RNG. And a lot of being very careful with your angles and whatnot.
Finally getting Stallard down.
Yep. Now he has to do phase 2, though, which has early knockdown.
Looks like G's got the ad a second time. That looks a little further away from the corner, but maybe not.
I don't know. Ether going for Lord Skip. Ether is one of the first people to adopt Lord Skip RTA. He was grinding it pretty frequently when the setup was first sort of being developed.
Oh,
Misses
but
the cat, unfortunately.
yeah, it's
And geez, nails Lord Skip second try.
4 or 5 frame window to do the claw shot actor displacement.
That sounds right.
And Ethernet just going either slightly early or slightly late. I couldn't catch which. And bumping into the stall troop on the way, that's not good.
Mini's feed, he's going to do 5 rolls, hold on a second, and then equip the spinner. Just like that. And unfortunately, just a little bit late.
This is the early knockdown. But Mini
Looks like
came
he's
up
not
with
going to go for the backup.
recently.
He will go... oh, no, he
Will go
is
for the
backing
backup.
it up.
Brand new backup here that didn't work, unfortunately.
Not brand new. It's been in development for a decent bit. Clam had an early sort of form of it on the record for a couple years now.
Oh, interesting.
But it's not as precise as my preferred backup.
Man, I really hope Mini doesn't die to these fireballs.
That would be unfortunate. I significantly doubt that Mini is using audio cue. So that is a game over.
Dying to the fireball.
So he does have to restart the Stallard fight.
And Ethernet missing the claw shot actor displacement another time.
I also like audio. See, here's the point of connection. I used to use the audio cue exclusively. I think it's a great cue. I use a hybrid approach nowadays where I use both the audio cue and the visual cue, but the audio cue is very good. G's in the hardest room of the game. Nails it, very clean. That is called Run Straight Room.
And now doing Early City in the Sky, which we talked about a little earlier, but weren't paying much attention to.
Yep.
Just sidewalking into the statue and
It's
transforming
free.
at a certain point. You
It's
can
so
just
simple.
dash straight through. And saves like an hour and a half.
Yep. He's not joking. That is literally approximately how much time it saves.
Saves more time than Early Master Sword, which
Yeah.
feels like it should be the biggest time save in the run.
Mini getting dunked on by RNG here. Oh man, he almost got hit by that skeleton's elbow. That would have been sad.
Ethernet's on half a heart right now.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary. I mean, obviously failing the trick means he has to void out anyway, but... Water bombs only do a quarter, right? Am
I
wrong
think
about
they do
that?
half.
Do they? Oh, jeez. Beast is almost done City in the Sky, by the way. We've been occupied with Stallard, but, you know, he I assume, did Araujo skip very quickly. You know, been playing very consistently. Very tight movement, I can only assume.
You have just a couple of rooms left, and then the boss fight with Argarok, which
Oh, hey, are you going to do the cool strat in Fan Tower? I assume
it
you
doesn't
will.
have bomb arrows.
Oh, that's right, he doesn't have bomb arrows. That's an IL thing.
IL are 100% or
Yeah.
glitchless. I'm pretty sure you would do it in glitchless optimally.
That makes sense. Mini got early knockdown that time, by the way. Side note. Did the quick spins. Stellar's dead. Or AD, yeah.
AD has a very tight bomb route, but yes, it could go for that strat.
Oh yeah, I guess it does have a type bomb. Huh? And Beast not even going for the super ultra mega quick cycle here. There you go. Nice. Pretty decent fan tower there. That was a very interesting claw shot active displacement from Ether.
And now just opting to fight Stallard.
Yeah.
Which is probably the right call at this point.
Cut your losses, call it a day. Again, Stallard skip, in case you hadn't noticed already, very, 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 very not easy.
Vinny finally threw the Stallard fight and on the way to the Shadow Beast fight.
Oh, that bites. Oh my god.
Did he get the pixel?
No, he like was too you elbow bitch. I had to give him one for the fans. He spun a little bit late after balking off the one Style Trooper. You elbow bitch. And so the actual hit didn't register on his spine. There you go. Beast, you're gonna give yourself a concussion if you keep doing that.
Will be not going for the cool game strats.
Unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Would have been so cool.
And now we have another unskippable cutscene. Another
Yep.
good bathroom break.
Only a couple seconds shorter than Master Sword cutscene, if memory serves.
And without text.
And without text. Now it is time for many to contend with Run Straight Room. Oh, gets the DF.
Oh no,
wall.
TGD says that he hit the Hargarak cutscene.
Oh, that's not good.
It
So
only
we
actually
haven't-
loses about 30 seconds, but
That's true.
It's bad.
Yeah. We haven't had the opportunity to see it yet, but we will see it shortly on Jesus' screen. But he's going to skip a little cutscene of Argarok tearing down a bridge. Hopefully. And Ether nailing early knockdown.
And if you hit that trigger, it doesn't seem like too bad. Normally, it just seems like you just have to watch the cutscene.
Yeah.
However, it also changes your spawn point after you save warp to the beginning of the dungeon, which is slightly slower.
Yeah, not preferable for after you save warp out of double claw shots, which is the only way to get out of that room besides dying.
And G's successfully skipping the Argarak cutscene.
Yep. Very
Just
stylishly.
jumping around the trigger.
Beast doing Argarok. This is an auto-scroller fight. It's very choreographed. What you're doing is you're, during the first couple phases, getting underneath that flame and then dropping down past it to get Argarok to stop breathing fire, and then claw shot around, get on his back, stab him a few times, rinse and repeat. It's a little bit different during the last phase, but not that much. May's preparing the cannon. Ether's heading up to the messenger fight.
Should we mention again
Eastwing?
that if the runners didn't do Stallard skip successfully, they have to zoom into the map before they're able to warp,
Yep.
which is just a little bit slower.
Takes a little bit of time. And the reason for that is because when you're at the normal map screen, and it says, but the Mirror of Twilight is so close, we got to raise the Mirror of Twilight. But that takes a while, so.
It loses about 35 seconds, if memory serves, to raise the mirror.
That sounds right. I don't actually know. Jeez didn't like that LJ either. And, ugh. This room is really fun to do optimally and really irritating to mess up slightly.
That it is. And this room that Jesus is in now has like 4 different routes that are very similar.
Yeah,
in
within, like,
time.
frames.
Opting to do rolling around the first time and then doing 2 LJAs.
Yep. The most
I
popular
personally
method in
do
my experience.
4 LJAs in that room, which
Oh, you
I think
LJ
is
from the
slightly
start?
slower.
I
I
think-
LJ from the start all the way.
I do like the first LJ there. It's really cool. And easy Dynalphos fight. You can just jump over and spin. There's actually a lot of ways to dispose of those Dynalphos. But that is by far the most popular.
Yep, you can just fire the claw shot or the boomerang.
Mini
If
is
you
getting
use
back
the
up
spinner,
bombs.
then they will just jump off eventually.
Yep.
But that's not the fastest strat because you will also end up jumping off.
Yeah.
Very quick 10 alphas.
Ether
Ethernet
being
now
hassled
doing
by
Early
Statue
City in the
Clip here a
Sky. They
Statue Clip
tried.
is- What's that?
They tried to patch this on the HD version, and they did make it harder, but HD still gets through. Just uses a jump attack instead of just transforming and dashing.
That's fun. I was gonna say though, free statue clip. Oh, geez, that sucks. I hate doing that. Free statue clip. It's one of those tricks where if you aren't paying attention to it, it's very easy for me at least to sort of get my cues to drift a little bit, and start failing it for seemingly no reason. Yeah, this is another room where if you mess it up slightly, it's really, really, really irritating. But you know, Cheese gets through it, waits at the door for like 2 full seconds for the prompt to appear. For reasons I assume that loading this room is a massive hassle.
The wildebeest doing a jump slash onto the bridge, which deals 2 hearts of damage, but lets us warp immediately.
Yep.
Now going to Palace of Twilight.
If you don't do that slash, you land in the water, which is very slow, but obviously you don't take a bunch of damage. Alright, time for G's to do a Aralfo skip. The first time that I've been personally paying attention to an Aralfo skip.
Same here.
This is a pixel perfect trick where he's going to line himself up, turn around, and then try and aim at a pixel that is behind this gate so that he can claw shot right through it. Bad Aralfo's RNG there. Got in his way a little bit. So he's, yep, get a heart.
Getting a heart
Good awareness.
and voiding out to restart the fight.
Yep. Also, Mini did the thing after the small key where you don't look where you're claw shotting to claw shot away from the platform there, and that was pretty cool.
G's just now not going for
Yeah, it looks like he's
our
gonna do
alpha
the
skip.
fight.
They're just fighting their alpha. And there are quite a few cool strats in Palace of Twilight. You can see Wildebeest trying to do a super jump to defeat that Zadhead in just one move and missing it, unfortunately.
Yeah. It bears note that Beast also has the world record in Palace of Twilight IL.
Yeah, and Palace of Twilight is very similar in almost every speedrun that has it. Moonjump makes it a bit different.
That's true.
And Glitchless doesn't have a couple of LJAs, but it's otherwise pretty much the same in everything. 7 small keys in Palace of Twilight, and we have to get all of them.
If you know of a way to skip a small key, please email Anarakis at zsr.com.
That is not my email address, but you can try.
Also, hey, if the serial code on your copy of TP Wii ends in a 1, email DB
And Fino.
and Fino. Just a PSA. Just look at your TP Wii disc if you have one. Because
Wii
there are some people who would like to
1.1,
know that.
as far as we know, does not exist. But if it does exist, we want to know.
Maybe deleting the... Yeah, okay. I mean, you can send the email. It'll just go to somebody. Maybe. Probably not. I don't think ZSR.com is a domain.
If anything, it would maybe be ZeldaSpeedRuns.com.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Mini failing that last LGA.
That's a shame.
We'll have to go through the room again.
Very unfortunately, nobody has perfected yet.
Alright, be sure to send all complaints to Fino.
And I hope that you're perfect. It becomes my elbow bitch. Because that clip brings me so much joy.
Yeah. Good times in Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Orfino's infamous cool game.
Oh my, so good. If you haven't already, go to Tehurn, TEHURN.com/TP and just try mixing and matching URLs. It's a real joy.
Beast now past the Phantom's Ant 1 fight and just needs
And
to
now
take
we're
this
looking
first
at
soul
lots
back.
of Argarok.
Yep.
Thank you for cycling. Trez?
Good thing. Okay, TGD must have figured it out. I got through the hitting the Argarok cutscene.
Yeah. Got there eventually. Oh yeah, hey, right here, Sky is going to turn around and then claw up and then claw shot back onto Argarok very quickly. That's not casual. That's a little time-saving trick that we have. Where we also get an upskirt shot of Link, which is lovely. But generally, you bring him down, and with the iron boots, and then he flies around for a little bit, and then you can claw shot back onto him.
He's now done with the first wing and barely being on that platform. Interesting. Doing LJ straight across to head to the second wing. And this next room is known to the Twilight Princess community as the dumb room.
Or the stupid room, or
the stupid room,
the worst room, or
some expletives, or
kill your run room. Some expletives, yeah. All of these are accurate.
If you haven't lost a run in this room, you probably haven't been running TP for very long.
Correct.
Because the place where the Xanted spawns is RNG, so you have to react to it while also jumping across those light platforms, and Bewildebeest doing that beautifully.
Yep.
The one that ends in a 0 is the one you're looking at, Squidwee, and if it ends in a 0, that means you have Wii 1.0, which is the fastest version.
Yep, congratulations.
It should be 4 different things separated by hyphens, starting with RZDE, and ending with either a 0 or a 2.
Yeah, so now that we know what version of TPW you have, we can
Oh,
track your
Beast
IP.
dying
Oh
to
no!
the Shadow Beast.
Oh no! That's not good.
It should just restart the room, but that is
Yeah,
an unfortunate time loss.
Yeah, dying in TP takes a long time. Because, like, the whole dying animation is really long and drawn out, and then, like, it takes a whole long time to play the fanfare of, like, oh! And then you can restart.
That was a lovely rendition.
Thanks.
Link getting Air Alpha skip, and Skyrim and TGD both fighting Argarok.
Yeah, just going ham on that wyvern. You already have Majora's Mask first cycle with Prince doing sound effects. What more can you ask for? You people are insatiable.
Beast opting to get the small key instead of the dungeon map.
Unfortunately. How will you know where he is, though?
I don't know.
And
I don't know which cycle TGD and Scarion are both on, so I don't know who's ahead. Scarion now finishing the fight. TGD probably with 1 cycle left.
Yep.
Very close race.
Yeah, he
those
doesn't
two.
have boots on, so 1 cycle left. Beast in Phantom's Ant 2. Quick spinning.
Honestly, For it being a Twilight Princess race, this has been fairly close the
Yeah,
whole
I
time.
agree.
Except for the Wii runner, but that's just kind of for obvious reasons.
That's just how it is. You know, that's through no fault of his own. For Twilight Princess, that is close, Ren.
The last ZSR restreamed Twilight Princess race had 3 people that had times roughly 3 hours long, and then the rest were at least an hour behind. So this is a much closer race than the last one.
Yeah. Sky and TGD only separated by about 1 cutscene. And 1183 getting that boss key. He'll be heading over to Arg Rock very shortly. Should have gotten myself some water.
Water is good.
So true. Drink up. Stay hydrated. This remaining section of Palace of Twilight is pretty unremarkable. You're just carrying this this soul back through. Interesting bit of a...
L sliding too early there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But after that, he'll be... Hey, Beast, are you going to go for double soul skip? I think you should go for double soul skip. I think that'd be cool.
1183 going for the single LJA method of the fan skip.
That's so cool.
Very interesting. I don't remember what the time difference of that is, but that's a fairly safe strat.
No idea. Could not tell you if I wanted to. It's cool, though. I'm on the record as saying that that double LJA over the fans there to fan tower is one of the main sort of things that got me into... persuaded me to start speedrunning Twilight Princess, because I think it looks so cool. LJAs in general are just super cool looking.
This whole run is generally pretty impressive.
True.
Doesn't have any super massive game-breaking glitches like some other games.
Yeah.
But Wildebeest failing to jump into the void there.
Unfortunate. Hello, Cruel World.
It still is a very healthily glitched run.
Yes. Bombastic would be the adjective that I would use. And not purely for the pun. Sky got the frame precise strat there, yeah. I think it's 3 frame leniency.
I'm not sure what the frame window is, but that sounds about right.
It's either 3
fairly
or 6.
precise.
Because if you don't get that charge attack off quick enough, you obviously get hit by the Zant head attack.
The Wildebeest voiding at the end, trying to go up to the north wing.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
An unfortunate time loss.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I think got trolled by the Cargaroks.
I can only assume.
Pokemario isn't on screen, but on the Wii version, you can. There's a cutscene when you enter the Argrok fight of the camera just turning around Link. You can skip that cutscene on Wii and just start the Argrok fight early for some reason. But they patched it for GameCube.
That's a shame. And 1183 heading into Argrok. Oh, he is going for double soul skip. Not the best Goose RNG, but not bad either. So here's a super jump. He's luring a bat into place. We can super jump up and nails it.
Gets it with only a quarter heart left. Let's hope nothing else goes wrong in this room.
I mean, he can, grab those hearts. Restock pretty quick.
Very nice. That super jump saves 2 seconds done well.
Optimally, yes. With good RNG and with precise movement.
Yep.
Developed by Bewildebeest and Zacklink99. TGD entering Phantom Zant. I wonder if he will have to use the patented Glover's backup. Hopefully not. Hopefully he doesn't fail any quick spins.
I'm not familiar with that backup. What is it?
I feel like I've told you about it before. It's really good.
Yeah, maybe you have.
It's if you miss a quick spin, or if you mess up the cycles, what you do is you run to the middle, hold a spin, and you say, "Come to the middle, come to the middle, come to the middle, come to the middle, come to the middle," and it always works. It never fails.
It is RNG where the Phantom Zant goes.
Right, but if you do that thing that I just said, it always works. Trust me.
I'll take your word for it.
Thank you. Credit to Glubbers _ for that, by the way. AKA the.
Arion doing the L slide to despawn the critters now.
Yep. The Squeebles, as they're occasionally known.
That was a very funky dropping the soul into the
A little bit, yeah.
by TGD.
Yeah. But he got there. It worked.
And Bewildebeest going up to get the boss key.
Hey, Beast, you know what would be really funny is if you dry rolled right after getting the key. I think that'd be a really good time saver. No, you didn't do
Force,
it.
trust, Prince.
Source. Yeah, true. Looks like 1183 is making quick work of Ragnarok. No hiccups or anything hassling him. Still wearing the
One thing to
armor.
note is, yeah, if Link at this point doesn't actually have any armor other than the Zora armor,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have any option but to wear it. If Argarok hits Link, it deals like 20 hearts of damage.
Yeah. Because,
So
Zora
that's just
armor.
super dead.
Yeah, Zora armor takes 10 times damage from fire and ice. So, super not great. But yeah, the reason that Link doesn't have any other actual armor is because the same reason that we had to do Sword and Shield Skip actually is the stuff that we got from back in time isn't like real in terms of the game. Like the game doesn't see it as being like actually present. So
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
put it in our inventory, it just equips it.
yeah. Beast reading about the double claw shots, making sure he knows how to use them.
Very important.
Yes.
The Room Beast Sin has a very not a very precise cycle, but a fairly precise cycle, which Bewildebeest will probably be getting pretty
Yes,
easily.
almost certainly. Yeah, I was just about to mention that about good early ahead there. About this early platform, we call it, because we get on the platform early.
Link now done with Argarok.
Yep. Heading over to Palace of Twilight like everybody else. Koos trying to hassle TGD, getting on his on the screen there. So does waiting to jump onto the other platform from the moving platform, that like manipulates the Zan head to spawn?
I think it just makes it easier to jump across the other 4 platforms, makes them in a more favorable position.
Okay. I never understood that. Beast here doing a messenger fight, which is very fun. Very, very, very fun, because we have good cues for when and where the messengers will spawn, so we can look like we're psychic.
Yeah, just do spin attacks and roll and spin attack.
Yeah.
Now entering what I think is the best boss fight in the game. Very
Yep.
fun.
Yes, I completely agree.
Also has some really good music.
Some of the best music in the game. And we won't see it on his feed, but we will see it on Sky's and TGD's. He's called Usurpator Xanto. Unfortunately, in English, he's just the Usurper King.
Usurper King Zant. There are several phases in Zant. 2 of them you can get 1 cycles on. However, one of those 1 cycles is either barely faster or is slower than just doing the 2 cycle. And one of the phases is also really dumb because you have to use bombs in order to breathe.
Yep.
So first cycle here, the Forest Temple will just be trying to finish a combo as soon as Zant lands. Because the only hit that matters, as far as Zant is concerned, is the last hit of the combo.
Ether, did you... What happened? Dude? Did you jump off after Argorok? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Cool. Got it.
Right,
Sounds good.
I believe Beast got the 1 cycle in the Gorn Mines phase, now into the Lakebed phase.
See you later.
Yeah, thanks for running, Ether. It
It
was nice to have you.
Pokemon.
You kind of cut out for me, Prince. I don't know.
Yes,
if
I did.
just-
My internet is being awful, so
All right.
very
Bullby's
exciting stuff.
successfully refilling his air to get through Zant. Looks like shouldn't have a problem.
Yep.
Scarion just on his way to get the light sword, as opposed to the heavy sword.
Yes, which is what he's been carrying his whole time. His arms are very tired.
DJ done with Argorok, and Pokemario getting through Arbiters Grounds.
Yep. So it seems like all the GameCube runners are finished with City in the Sky. Beast listening to one of the best songs in the game right now.
On the Blizzetta phase, we hit Zant's foot with the ball and chain, and then Zant has to hop at least 6 times before you can hit him. And it can get very dumb
I'm making
because of the ice physics.
a mental note of that.
Yeah, you can actually hit Zant a lot earlier than it seems like you should be able to.
Extremely stupid. Alright. Sky. Fortunately not.
Pokemario opting not to go for Po1 skip, rather going the back way through Arbiter's Grounds. It loses about 45 seconds to go this way.
Trying to make my Wi-Fi cooperate. I apologize.
You sound good at the moment.
That's good. Oh man, look, it's Arbiter's Grounds, but correctly done. This is so weird.
Correctly done, except Pokemario used pull cancels. Cancelled going backwards while pulling the chain, so it didn't have to go over the block. Very simple tech, but it's useful. It saves a few seconds.
I really enjoyed the symmetry of Beast warping out of Palace of Twilight while EJ warped in.
So Bewildebeest will now be going to the last dungeon of Hyrule Castle, which is fairly straightforward. a few difficult things there. And some
Yep.
RNG.
Not too much.
Oh, Pokemario doing the Po3 room the correct direction. This is not an
Far
easy
more
room.
irritating. Beast here LJing over Postman Trigger.
But doing that room really well. As far as I could tell, not getting hit at all.
Yeah.
Will the wildebeest get the bonk?
Load zone.
Getting the
Does.
bonk.
Valid run. Just a PSA, if you do not get that bonk into the load zone, your run is not valid and will not be accepted by the moderators.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
And time for a P break for Beast.
I believe
PSA,
Beast's
I
on-
am not lying. What's that?
I believe Beast is still on sub 3 pace, so fairly good pace for Beast.
Seems that way, yeah.
I don't know if anyone... I don't think anyone else is still there, but
Unlikely.
still a good race and fairly clean.
You know,
Everyone.
yeah, no, good showing, particularly from Minnie, I gotta say, who, again, fairly new to this category. Looks like Sky also going for early elevator, or not early elevator, early platform.
Yeah, early elevator is not a thing in any run anymore.
Yeah, no, that is completely different.
Completely obsolete and very different. It's a strat to enter Goron Mines early-ish.
Ish.
To skip climbing up Death Mountain to get into Goron Mines. But it isn't used in any current speedruns.
Oh, is it in that makes sense that it'd be a New Game Plus.
Yeah, I suppose New Game Plus all fused shadows. That would make sense.
Good Phantom Zan out of EJ.
Nice one, Beast.
Great show. Keka Leo. So Sky just about to head into Usurpator Xanto.
And EGA just getting the first soul. And Bewildebeest going to be pulling out a bomb into this cutscene, or right after this cutscene, and then just standing there because the bomb will take care of the fight.
Yep. That's what we mentioned earlier about how, you know, the bomb count in Hyrule Castle is it's not super crucial, but they're good to have.
So Twilight Princess had barrier skips way earlier than the Wind Waker. We
Yeah, get
easily
dunked on.
skip barrier 2 there,
So simple.
and that is not the only barrier we're skipping.
Nope. You can skip that first barrier in categories where you have the jump strike.
You can even skip it in categories that don't have the jump strike with an LJA.
Can you?
It's just slower.
Huh. Interesting.
You don't even have to use an LJA. You can actually take a box and take it to the corner and have the box push you through the hedge.
That's amazing.
But that is a lot slower.
I'm gonna do that in my next run. EJ got hassled by the squeals there a little bit. Sometimes the L slide either doesn't work, or you know it's not. You don't do it specifically correctly, and the squeal will still spawn, which is a real nuisance. You, in theory, can do Stallard skip, or not, Jesus Christ, Death Sword skip on Wii, can you?
Oh, yes, you can. However, the camera... You don't have camera controls on Wii.
Oh, yeah, you
so
don't
it
have
is a
camera controls.
lot harder. I only know of one person that goes for it.
Interesting.
That being Kipcode. Shoutouts to Kipcode.
Shoutouts to Kipcode. He's a homie.
Skarion now fighting Zant. Imagine shouldn't have too many problems.
So he gets the 1 cycle here. Spin, 1, 2, hold. That was a little bit early.
Yeah, that was early. Did you see if Beast got the backflip?
Oh shit, I didn't. Hey Beast, did you get the sick flip?
Does skip another barrier in there?
Did not pull a Kakashi.
Oh, EJ getting that spawn.
He did get the sick flip. Okay.
Good job, Beast.
Nicely done.
Yeah, you can backflip right after fighting King Bulblin 4 and save warp during the backflip to save
EJ
3
ignoring
seconds.
that very convenient heart. Yeah, saves 2.5 to 3 seconds optimally, I believe. Or you can just do what I do and always save warp so that I have a safety save for the barrier skip.
I mean, you could just not fail the barrier skip too.
I could do that, but just in case. I haven't failed it in quite a while, but just in case. You know, just in case.
Beast throwing the boomerang right out of the cutscene and blowing out the torch.
Yep.
Really quickly. Now going through the lantern puzzle. Hopefully remembers which order to do them in.
Yeah. It's sometimes some people forget the solution to this puzzle, and it's kind of rough.
It's especially difficult if you go between GameCube and Wii, like I have before.
That sounds even more difficult.
Having the puzzle be inverted on Wii.
Yikes. I don't even have that excuse. I'm just bad.
And the last bomb use of the run is on those Dynalphos. I don't think I'd seen that strat before. That looked sick, Beast.
Yeah,
Good
it's
job.
really cool. You can either do that, or you can, go into a little corner and lure them in. You throw the boomerang, detonate the bomb, and it just kamikazes them.
Now I'll see another Aralphos, and technically it might be possible to skip this one, but not fast.
Yeah. Does the fight correctly.
Because you can just swing the ball and chain and get rid of the Aralphos really quickly. Skarion getting through Zant really well.
I am curious how Pokemon is going to fight Death Sword. Alright, looks like the slash method.
So sword
Cool.
slashes.
Sky doing a very good job of the final phase of Zant. For me, it's a little bit difficult to get a feel for the specific timing for that those combos there, so seeing it done well is very impressive. Because if you don't time your combos correctly, then you lose a lot of time.
Before that strat was found, if I remember correctly, we would just continuously spin attack through the entire fight.
Yeah.
I'm glad the strat was found. Shoutouts to SVA.
Shout out to SVI.
Pokemon are now done with Death Sword, getting the spinner. I will mention that that Stallard Skip is not possible on Wii because they are not able to L slide.
Mm. Well, with the lack of an L button.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact reason is. You'd think that you'd be able to just target and slide like GameCube, but
I don't know. Maybe it has to
doesn't
do with
work.
like the analog control or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's interesting. Ooh, the Wii version came out a month before the GameCube version.
Yeah.
And the GameCube version is much faster simply because there are some things that don't work on Wii.
Yeah, it bears note the Wii version came out first, but the GameCube version has obviously been in development far longer, and was the first build that was done. But the Wii was coming out soon, so they delayed the release to give the Wii a launch title.
The Wildebeest now in the final tower climb.
Yep.
At the end of this tower, there is a dark nut, and with a precise claw shot target, we can just skip straight past that dark nut.
Yep.
being the final barrier skip of the run.
Pokemon Mario heading over to Stallard. Skyrion, better bonk. He does. Good. Valid run.
Bonk.
Beast unfortunately not falling on the spinner portion of that tower climb there. That is a world record strat.
And there's the claw shot that skips the Dark Nut.
Yep.
Now entering the final fight, where we have random amount of cycles for Zelda.
Yep.
It will be at least 7, hopefully only 7.
Hopefully. Relatively recently, fully decompiled by a member of the community. So we know pretty well how this fight works and, the RNG involved. So
Yeah,
we're
there are
hoping for
some
a 7-cycle, minimum 7, theoretically an infinite number of cycles, but the highest number in a recorded run in recorded memory is 17. Unfortunately, missing cool game. Sorry, Beast. Or rather, Zelda Crash.
There's one frame where if you pull up the item wheel, the game crashes.
Yes, and we are already in for a not 7 cycle because the first attack that Phantom or Puppet Zelda gave was not an energy ball.
The second one was, so we're on pace for maybe an 8.
Yep. The way that the Zelda fight works is that there is at least one non-ball attack between the first and second ball, and at least 2 non-ball attacks between the second and third. You need to hit her 3 times to end this phase of the fight.
Zelda trying to destroy the pot, but not quite destroying the pot there.
Yep, like the DEA.
Oh, missing the ball there.
That's unfortunate. Pokemon Mario being hassled by Stallard here.
This will now be at least a 9 cycle for Beast.
TGD missed the... Oh, dude. You gotta forfeit, dude. I'm sorry, TGD. I love you, but that's run ending. I hope that it's being communicated through minis and ethers and Pokemon Mario's feeds how irritating Stallard is if you do not do it 100% perfectly and you don't get good RNG. It is a very irksome boss, especially when you're on a good pace. Beast taking refuge in his Fort of Pots.
That was the 7th cycle. At best 2 more. Or maybe there's only 1 more. I was wrong, just 1 more. So I believe that was a 9 cycle.
Yep.
And I miscounted.
Sky heading over to KB4. And TGD has swapped in, watching the squid in a cutscene.
Pokemon Mario just starting phase 2 of Stallard. Apparently, Stallard was still alive.
Oh my god, I can't believe it, he was still alive.
Who woke him up?
I assume it was Squid, she was shouting.
Yeah, maybe.
Beast Ganon phase is very scripted, very choreographed. We know exactly what to do. Jump attack or a roll slash, or roll stab. And then 2 half combos and a full combo. Did Pokemon Mario go for early knockdown? I can only assume that he did.
One thing to note is the quick fight is very hard on Wii because it has different mechanics for... Well, there's
spinning.
a cooldown after spin attacks.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Mario not able to get the 1 cycle there. Will Beast now done with Beast Ganon?
Yep. Time
2
to...
more phases to go.
Yep, he will skip a cutscene, and suddenly he will be in the middle of Hyrule Field on a horse
With Zelda.
with Zelda, who has a light bow.
And without Midna.
Yep, no Midna. She's fine though. She's just.
Are
off
you
screen.
sure?
I'm positive. Hey, I've beaten this game a decent few times. I know what I'm talking about. She's totally fine.
I'm
Definitely
pretty
not.
sure in that cutscene that was just skipped.
No,
she kind of blew up. Anyway,
no, she. Okay. So this is the. What? This is the B pattern?
I have no idea. I never
think
paid
that-
attention to that.
I think that was the B pattern, which is the second most likely. Unfortunately, he got a little bit dunked there by Ganondorf. So, common misconception that we are going to clear up here. Zelda's aim is not RNG. The way that Zelda's aim is determined is the way that you are holding the control stick. So,
if you fail horseback, it is your fault.
yep, it's no one to blame but yourself.
It's because you suck.
Yep. T, person who has failed horseback quite a lot. Anyway, I think that Ganondorf has a desire. Let's see. Take his fell blade, use a blunt. Okay, alright. That's a decent desire, I would say.
Is CGD going to get the backflip here?
I hope so. Skyrion also doing the cool bomb thing on the Dynalphos.
Does get the
get the
backflip.
sick flip. Nice.
The final fight with Ganondorf takes about 12 seconds, assuming you don't miss any hits. So Beast will be done very soon.
And there it is. Oh,
I don't think. I
really
don't know.
Giving
I'm
him what for? GG?
glad he figured it out.
Yeah. Did you folks explain why German? Yes, because of some small text differences.
Yeah, German saves 5.6 seconds over the run.
Because of bomb bag text being clearable instantly. TGD very carefully lining up the barrier skip. Pokemario in run straight room but mirrored. Gets it. Very clean.
And Skyrion in the cutscene where we can see the friends we made along the way.
Yep. We can watch the hawk fly around, and then we'll see all our friends. Girl, person, other woman, guy in helmet,
Yeah, we don't know who these people are.
and oh hey, Aru. He's the guy that gave us that memo.
Thanks, Aru.
But no idea who these other people are. Feels shad, man.
GD getting a pot there instead of extinguishing the torch.
Happens to the best of us.
Skyrion now getting the big key and on his way to Ganon.
Pokemario, unfortunately, running into the plum trigger. And scaring the hell out of Fire. Alright, Sky, don't fall. Nicely done. TGG doing that other method of this room, like I said earlier, about how you just bait the guys over and boomerang the bomb to explode it.
Pokemario just about to enter City in the Sky. There aren't too many differences between GameCube and Wii in City in the Sky, except that you can't do the boomerang launch up attacks.
So massive difference.
So, yeah, it is quite a bit slower. You just have to do more casual strats in the rooms.
Although I will say, like, from watching Glitchless City in the Sky, it is pretty cool to watch. Like, there's some nifty ways of avoiding the fans that you wouldn't think of when you have LJs at your disposal.
All right, let's see what Zelda says for Skyrion.
TGD, good try on that brake slide. Good try on that other brake slide. Good try on that third brake slide. And
really trying.
It's okay. You'll get there eventually. TGD, at least you found the boss key. You know what? Consolation prize.
We've brought Minnie on, just finishing King Goblin 4.
Yep, he's gonna say Gnog. Oh, actually, he's saying enough. Maybe on the US version, or the NTSC version, I should say.
I believe PAL also has English on it, but
fair.
If you have PAL, you might as well play on German.
German, yeah. Come on, sick flip. Misses it.
Oh, T2D actually getting a brake slide.
Oh, nice. I wasn't watching. Do it again. Oh, look at... Oh, dude, that Helmsor almost gave Pokemon Mario a bad day.
Interesting way to waste time from Skyrion. Swinging the ball and chain and then canceling by pulling out the sword.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's like a cool, like, rotation thing. Pokemon Mario very carefully avoiding the fan trigger, which I don't think we talked about. He did. Excellent. So there's a trigger in front of that door there, which causes the fan at the ceiling to turn on in that big room. And if you hit that trigger, it means that you lose a lot of time because you have to do basically the second half of City in the Sky that we skip by not doing that.
Yeah, which loses about 3 minutes, but it loses even more than that if you're a new runner that doesn't know how to do it.
That is correct, yes. That was an 8 from Sky, I believe.
Sure.
I'm just spitballing. I'll pay more attention to TGD's feed here.
TGD successfully skipping the Dark Nut.
Yep.
And Minnie fighting the other Dark Nut.
It's not easy to miss that that Dark Nut skip there, but it is possible, and I have done it. Skyrion doing that good old flowchart beast cannon. All right. Not too much distance separating our three GC runners here. Even Minnie's not that far behind. Hi, Midna.
See what strat Minnie does for the... Oh, Minnie has 12 bombs.
Yeah, he got the city bombs.
City.
Yep. Hi, Fred. I love you too.
Hi, Fred.
This is looking like a 7 from TGD.
And Skyrion getting knocked off immediately on horseback.
Yeah. Which is more common than you think. Getting a bad cycle on Zelda there. So a fairly slow 8, I believe that was. Doing the jump attack, very stylish. Not quite
Which
a
I
bottle,
believe is
but-
actually the safer strat on Wii because its spin attacking is not so reliable.
Because spins.
Pokemon Mario avoiding bonking on the fan.
Yeah, this section I have seen on a GC glitch list, and it is a little bit finicky.
It's really fun to do well, though.
Yeah. Seems entertaining. Alright, Skyrion, do
Skyrion's
gonna
gonna keep the text on the screen for the fight.
We should certainly hope so.
Only possible on the PAL version. For some reason.
No idea. Aberganug Palaver.
Very clean fights for Skyrion, and GG.
GG. Sub 307.
Sub 307.
TGT and many hot on his heels. Good Dynamo first room from Pokemon Mario.
Any getting up the tower?
Yep. Denk nicht, dass dies das Ende sei. My German is pretty bad, so ignore me. Link
German
back
is so
on
bad
screen.
that we switch back to Link.
Yep.
Alright, fighting the Darknet.
There it is. Alright, TGD getting the most common pattern for horseback Ganon.
I believe we've brought the Wildebeest in for an interview.
Oh, hey, Beast.
Hi, Beast.
Thanks for commentating, guys. It's very entertaining.
I
You're
hope.
welcome. Thanks for running. It was a very interesting run.
It was an interesting run.
First of all, GG on getting Norgor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
seriously, that was pretty cool.
I didn't practice it at all, but I remember how to do it, and I remember how to
Weird
use a
flex, but
metronome.
okay.
It's what I mean to say is
Okay.
using metronome is the strat.
Yeah, dude.
If you
Metronome's
practice
OP.
using a metronome, it converts to every other metronome trick. It
True.
works for everything.
I use metronome for Sword and Shield skip personally.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
definitely the best moment of that run was the 10-25 spinner. I'm so proud of that.
That was pretty
Just
cool.
that was very clean all the
It
way
was
through.
impressive.
I had the human movement. I first tried DSS. I didn't have to get a red rupee, from the chest. So that was a little nice time save. I think I'm gonna have that gold for a while.
Schadenfurst sounds like a delicious sausage.
Of course,
I'm just saying.
that then went into I think a third try Stallard skip, so a little unfortunate there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How was everybody else's Stallard skip? I think the two
G's
brothers
got it
it
second try.
Second try, yeah.
Nice.
TGD with the full swag, very nicely done. Still a sub 310.
GG TGD.
GG TGD.
GG TGD ILY
NBD
BRB,
TBH
LOL.
LMAO.
Anyway,
Ether failed Stallard skip enough times
that
that
he just fought.
he just
Stallard.
went and fought Stallard instead.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't
we've tried-
TGD attempt Stallard skip?
I think he did a couple times.
Maybe.
I think TGD went for it once or twice and then fought him.
Oh, okay. Oh, you only skipped him once and then you went back in?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah. That makes sense.
Well,
Right,
any
right,
words
right,
of
right,
advice for everyone in the chat, Beast?
Some advice?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my advice. Enjoy the rest of your day and your Sunday and keep watching this cool race. Because
Thank you,
people are
Beast.
about to
Good
finish
advice.
and it'll be exciting.
Boo, cop out.
EJ... Wait a minute. I don't know what I'm seeing. I think EJ's on PB pace.
Is he?
I think his PB is a 320 something.
Damn, nice.
Oh, okay. I was confused because it still said third place where TGD's feed was, but just fixed it, I guess.
Pokemario just wrecked that Aralphos.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else is on PB pace. I don't think Minnie is. No, Minnie's not. But he's pretty close. Minnie and EJ have only been running this game for a short time. It's very impressive how they're doing.
I'm gonna level with you. I do not recognize EJ's name, so I have not been very
EJ has not been active for quite a while, but
okay.
I believe it had run
Guys,
quite a while ago.
Explain
What's
something
up?
to me.
Go on.
Why are people asking for kazoo lessons in chat?
So clearly you're an amateur and not a real Beast fan.
Because Beast.
Cat jam in chat. Thank you.
That was
Sorry.
a nice double.
Thank you.
The kazoo is a Bewildebeest classic.
Yes.
Beast, can we do this? Can we do the Legend of Zelda theme as a duet?
Do you have a kazoo with you? Excellent. Okay.
Oh wait, I was actually playing alongside you, but it was
Your
canceled
microphone
out.
is getting upset at the noise.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. Well, I mean, I don't think I'll be able to hear with the sound of the kazoo in my own mouth.
Yeah.
Which Hyrule Field theme? Like the
not the Hyrule Field theme. That's too hard.
what did you say? Which theme?
This Hyrule theme.
Just the Legend of Zelda theme, I guess.
Like the da 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 da.
Yes. The
Yeah,
overture.
okay, all right. So I'll give us a count in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll start.
Yeah, the problem is
One,
I'm not sure how far we are. Okay.
It's fine. Don't worry.
I didn't hear you.
Oh,
it's
Link
fine.
missing the last Dark Nut skip.
Okay, let's do
unfortunate.
it.
We'll try.
See, that's what I said about it being more
One,
common than you would think.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dark Knight, Pog Sled.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, knock it off.
What do you mean enough?
We got a Gnug. We got a racing
also, Trez,
commentate.
thank you for backing me up on my equip.
Shut up.
These
I'm
bullies.
sick of this shit, dude.
At
don't have
least someone
time for
knows the right
this.
equips.
You're full of it.
You pulled out Uku Jr. when going
Okay.
for...
That is
Yeah.
a very
Force escape.
advanced strat.
Oh, is it?
You wouldn't understand. It's,
You wouldn't understand, Anarakis! With 10 years of experience, you don't get it!
I was just gonna Uku back to Hyrule Field instead of LJAing out. What's the difference?
GG, Mini.
GG Mini.
GG Mini.
GG.
Ugh. You people are insufferable. Pokemario had to turn on the fan to do this? Because
Yeah,
you can't LJA.
LJA, so
I'm
that's
so
a required
dumb.
strat. And
Duh,
on the
obviously.
after the fan tower, though, we will see Pokemario skipping the cutscene of the camera just panning around Link, and that will start the fight early. That is also a Wii exclusive.
Awesome.
Wait, which cutscene exactly?
After you open the door, the cutscene where Link,
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera just pans around Link. Yeah, that's skippable on Wii, and it starts the fight.
How's Pokemario's run?
Wait,
It looks like he's... I can't quite see. Give me a second.
Looks about a minute and a half off of PB.
Yeah, so not too bad. Pretty decent run, I would say. Knowing nothing about Wii.
Very cool to have Wii runners for these races.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very strongly agree. I have personally have been really enjoying watching the Wii alongside the GameCube version.
Yeah, same.
So maybe more folks should pick up TP Wii if they feel like.
Yep, much cheaper.
Yeah, way cheaper.
Much cheaper and much more impressive if you do the fastest strats.
Bite route goes hard, but like gorge route's the fastest, man. Until we have
No,
VSP.
Not on Wii.
For Wii. He's talking
Oh,
for
okay.
Wii.
For Wii, Bite Route is
Purple friend
significantly
hassling
faster.
Pokemario there.
Also
Purple
jumped
friend
off the
behave.
cliff. All right. Link getting past Zelda. I don't know how good of a fight that was.
It was pretty fast. He doesn't have a. Oh, he does. Oh wow, that was never mind. That was not a very well. He doesn't have an isolated Zelda split, so I can't tell exactly. But
Point the Wii remote at the screen.
no, I don't want to.
So yeah, we'll see straight after this loading zone, Pokemario skipping a cutscene and starting the Argarok fight early. Just like that.
Cool.
Wow. What? So is that like the cutscene trigger that's up above the vines extends downward?
I think so, yeah.
That's silly.
It's sick though.
Yeah.
Link suit dance. All right. And EJ doing tower climb.
It looks like Link did not get the fastest strats on Ganon, but that should be fine.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, 100% agreed. Like for Twilight Princess, any percent, this was a very close race.
And only 2 DNFs.
Yeah, and especially with like the delta in runner experience. Like we really have a lot of very different people participating here.
Had some variety in routes. Link was doing the Azor armor route. I'm not sure
Yep.
if it was Bite or Gorge.
Yeah, like that was Gorge, right?
I imagine it was Gorge because of the skipped claw shot split.
Yeah. TGG says Gorge. Oh right, he's fighting horseback Ganon. He can't type in chat. That makes sense. Solid fight so far. Gotta
EJ
get
now
that last
entering
hit
the
there.
final fight.
Good aim. All right. So 1183, assuming he gets his auto spins in getting a sub 320 here. I can't assume Argarok the fight is all that different on Wii. EJ getting some not great Zelda RNG, unfortunately. Yeah, it is a very long cutscene, especially when you have your nerves going. All right. And that's GG Link.
GG.
Nicely
GG,
done.
Link.
Not too shabby at all.
320.15. So at this point, it's just EJ and Pokemario that haven't finished. EJ should be finishing up in the next 4 minutes or so.
Yeah. Unless we get Zelda World Record.
That would be exciting.
I would be pretty happy about that.
Hello.
I don't think EJ would be, but...
What's up?
Hi, Link.
GG Link.
GG.
Saw, dude.
So, Gorge ZA, huh?
Yeah. That wasn't a great run, but yeah.
All the fun of Gorge Void and the fun of Escort. All in one run.
I mean, Escort's fun. It's just
Escort
no,
is really
it's not.
fun, yeah.
Escort's awful.
redoing it when you fail a Epona slide is not fun.
Escort is not fun. You cannot.
You had a
convince me
very
otherwise.
clean Epona slide, though. It was very
Yeah.
cool to see.
I was really nervous about it. Like, before in practice, I failed it like 10 times in a row. So, I was a bit nervous about it, but yeah.
You're just getting all that out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
EJ managed to kill Zelda in such a way that
The camera was kind
the
of
camera didn't
Oh, no,
have
it killed
Zelda
Zelda.
on screen.
D colon. Oh, failed the side hop strat, unfortunately.
So the run wasn't very good, Link, but any highlights of the run? What were your highlights, would you say?
I haven't gotten air full skip in like ages, so I'm happy to have gotten it first try.
Yeah, dude.
And
Nice.
well, every like really hard trick like sword skippers and stuff, I was really nervous about them when I got them first try. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about the run in general, but yeah, wasn't very good. Also, I golded Zen's by like 12, or I golded Zen by like 16 seconds.
Oh yeah, I
so
see
nice.
that. Nice.
Nice. Zen's fight can be very hard.
Was,
Also,
Yeah.
looks like you saved 0.1 seconds on the last split, so
Yep.
good job on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peepo Pace Pal.
Bo pace pal.
even though I like completely failed the beast gunner fight. So yeah.
It happens. Pokemario
Well.
heading over to the Palace of Twilight.
Yep, just a couple of dungeons left. The EJ just a couple of phases left on Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for being here for the run, Link and Beast. It was nice to watch you, and
Yeah, thanks for doing the
GGs.
speedrun. Because if you guys weren't doing the speedrun, I would just be sitting here talking to myself, which would be kind of awkward.
Oh, but it'll only be awkward for you.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be broadcast on the Twitch channel. So
But,
Maybe it'd be fine.
I had the Risterman on background, and you had a great commentary, to be honest.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Anno did
Thanks
really
for
well.
your times. Anno, thanks for organizing the races in the first place. Prez,
Yeah.
thanks
You're
for-
welcome.
Mom and Dad, thanks for birthing me. Well, really, mostly one of you.
Yeah, I feel like yeah.
The actual birthing.
Yeah.
And
Still
you
not
did well
super clear on how
commentary
all that
too.
works. Nah. I hope that everyone enjoyed my first and last ZSR commentary, though.
Until you get your equip straight.
Nah, I won't.
Don't worry, I'll make sure that the VOD on YouTube gets deleted too. I don't think-
Thank God. I don't need a record of this surviving. You know, prospective employers are gonna look me up and see.
EJ getting knocked off on horseback.
Nah, I'm just kind of concerned that we'll lose like advertisement partners if they see this.
That's true. Yeah. For all of my, you know, I heard that Coca-Cola doesn't want to advertise with people who put Rang on Y, so.
Because everyone puts rank on Y, because it's the way to go.
Exactly.
How can you
pretty
be
sure you got
so
that backwards.
wrong?
Wait, I got confused. I meant X, you know.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God. You're a
there you go.
I got
traitor.
confused.
Thank you.
You're a traitor. You're a spineless fool.
I am just going to go the safe route and say that on Wii, Boomerang usually goes on B.
Midno on X.
Yeah. Swift sail on Z.
Oh, Link is doing another run.
Yeah.
Sword on C down.
Wait, really? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Good luck.
I'm just doing a little just one.
Oh man,
Oh,
one
hell
of
yeah,
our
dude.
competitors is way behind.
Oh no. Dude, Link, you got a mountain to climb, bud. I don't know if you're gonna be able to make up this time deficit, bud.
And EJ
Yeah,
is
that's gonna
closing
be
in on
hard.
the end. EJ actually had a really good shot, a final shot of horseback. It was a weird angle, but he nailed it.
Yeah, but I've never seen like turn him like that sharp. Like I've never seen this pattern before. That was really weird.
What?
This really bothers me because this happens to me all the time where the jump attack itself doesn't land for some reason.
Yeah, just too early.
Is it okay? It's early. Ugh.
Yeah, Ganondorf has to be in the kick animation for it to land.
Okay, at least you remember the drip. GG EJ.
GG.
Strong
EJ.
run.
Easy.
Good
GG.
showing. Oh no, Link, you died.
Yeah, I know. I just suck at this game.
Sad.
Me too.
Well, now the game's
Folks.
over. Can't play it anymore.
So I'd
This
say
disc will self-destruct.
we send everybody over to Poker Mario. Because nobody wants to see Haro on Wii.
Okay.
Oh, just kidding.
I want to see how
Um,
roll on Wii.
It's the same thing with minus the LJA.
But it's mirrored. It's different.
What LJAs?
There's none. That's why it's funny.
Someday Moonjump is going to be discovered on Wii.
I hope so.
Early Haro
That would be very
Castle,
fun.
Wii PAL only.
That's why no one's found it.
Makes sense.
Wii PAL Korean.
Yes,
Hmm.
please. FX would be delighted.
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
No,
I'm
delighted
probably,
would still be delighted.
Oh, that's
I'm-
a good point, actually.
I'm,
yeah.
I'm probably talking to like 4 people that do actually not.
Oh, weird
know
flex,
that
but
meme,
okay. I'm only talking to like 3 right now, so.
That do not know that meme.
Sag.
It's been
Oh.
so long that the TP community probably forgot about this.
Would you like to educate us, Trez?
I
Like,
did see the part where you died on Stout. That was cool.
Like 8 to 10 years ago. Dragon
Oh, so when you
Bane-
were in your 40s?
Yeah, in my 40s.
Yeah.
A few people actually pretended and faked covered all of like footage of early Hyrule Castle on Wii PAL Korean only.
Nice.
And it got
Oh.
and Dragonbane was involved, and it was like a huge shitstorm.
Yeah,
It was like the
There's-
slowest version of Twilight Princess that existed back then.
There is a video on YouTube that's called I Found EHC from the channel I Found EHC, I Found EHC. It's a really...
Are they using Chris's
Funny
Awesome's avatar?
No.
Oh, Sag.
I forgot about that. The Russian YouTube account.
That was so funny. That
There was
like-
also a fake run on ZeldaSpeedRuns.com that was on GameCube Korean, which is not a version
Nice.
that exists.
It's my favorite
Yeah.
version, actually.
There were so many funny memes or fakes in the TP history, like Dragonbane playing his first ever speedrun of Twilight Princess HD and getting world record by like 5 minutes, and then releasing his task tools for Wii U 5 minutes after he released the run.
Nice.
And of course, the run was tasked. Oh,
What? No. Surely not.
yes, it was.
It was, and don't call me Shirley. Hey, TGD, how about you shut up? How about you shut your mouth?
Wow.
Oh
Can't
no,
stand
I
that
just
guy.
died.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Decoy.
Spoilers.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right.
TGD
The return
TGD
is
could
Yeah,
you
the feed is
please-
way behind.
TGD, could you please come into the voice call
No,
and
I don't need this in my life right now.
Elaborate on that story.
No. Why would no? Wait, there are like a lot of people here. They don't need to hear this. wait, hang on.
All right, Trez gets his revenge.
Oh no! What does he need? He runs this place. He doesn't need revenge.
Yeah,
I'm just a guy.
Yeah, join the waiting room. I'll pull you in.
Oh man. Oh jeez, guys.
This is probably better
TBD,
than the
not
story
D.
we had Top.
Link now dying on our screens.
This is probably
GG,
better than the
like-
story that Top ran for a really good PBA back then and dropped all of his bombs in Lake Bad and didn't have one left to actually.
I hate it when that happens.
There was a
TGD!
Hi TGD.
Hello.
Hey,
GG, hello.
GG.
I remember
is
a
it-
wolf
is this
dash
the
race where
story
Marco
time?
accidentally still
Story
had
time.
one normal bomb when he opened the water bomb chest.
All right, story time.
Shut up.
So once in a blue moon,
I hate
myself, Prince, and I think it was just me, him, and Kakashi. Was it just us doing
you.
the
It was
race?
just us three.
So we were doing a randomizer race one day. And you know how they go. It took us like 8 hours to do this seed. And we're nearing the end. And I think we end up telling you where the boss queue was?
Yes, you did tell me.
Yes. So we told Prince where the boss queue was. He elected to not grab it and proceeded to go up the entirety of Hyrule Castle.
Because it was in the last chest in the graveyard.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to get that chest. I'm too good for that chest, you know? And so he went all the way up to the top. And you're all surprised when you couldn't get inside.
Kick W's all around.
I hate all of you.
I don't know, Prince, but that kind of sounds like an oversight. I'm
Why
not
am I-
entirely sure.
Why am I friends with you people?
Ooh, Pokemon Mario opting
That's what
not
you
to
get for using
dungeon
the wrong
map.
equips.
Ooh. Pokemon Mario doesn't know the Wii Any% strat of getting the Palace of Twilight dungeon map, as pioneered by Anarakis.
I'm writing my manifesto right now. I've been humiliated publicly. I will never recover.
Anyway, TGD, GG on the run. How did it go?
Oh, it was god awful. I lost like 4 minutes in the first 30 minutes. I had like a 32.
At least you didn't lose 30 minutes in the first 4.
Yeah.
You know that is true. I'm glad that didn't happen. But I at least got Gorge Void, and like only tricks that I actually failed were EMS once and Sword and Shield skip once. The rest of it was just like generally just poor gameplay on my part.
Yeah, who else got Gordon? It was like you got it, I think Link got it, and I think Many got it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't
100%
think
sure.
Link got it, but I think many did.
Hmm.
Is Link now doing a hold a dog run? Is that what we're seeing?
I think so. Either Hold a Dog or Hundo. I hope it's Hundo.
I'm doing Hundo. Because,
Yes!
Yeah, why not?
All right, good luck.
Yeah, everybody buckle in, get comfy, get a snack. Trez, we're going to restream the whole thing, right?
No, we're gonna head over to Pokemon now.
All right.
All right, GG's everyone.
Yep.
GG's
Thanks for the
everybody.
Thanks
It was
for
a
having
fun
me.
race.
I
Yep.
hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really
make
a
sure-
fun race.
Make sure to follow everybody in this channel except for Prince.
True. Facts. Do not
Fact.
follow at the Prince of None on Twitch.
No, actually need to add your Twitch channels. I forgot. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm good at this usually,
Me too, bestie.
but for some reason I got distracted by some questionable commentary in this race. So that kind of threw me off guard. But yeah, I can
Glad the
fix this,
commentary
and
hits close to home.
I'm just not used to commentary on my channel being wrong. You know.
Well, at least he didn't say to put anything on the W button.
Bro, if you don't bind sword to W, what are you doing?
I think we should just head over to Pokemon Mario now.
Yeah, I
That's
think
Probably
Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
best.
Yeah, probably
It's
gonna go.
probably for the best. Thank you all so much for watching. Also, what the heck? Why are Pokemario's pronouns Pokemario? That's
Based.
really confusing. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much to Prince of None and to Anrakis for doing comms, and to everybody for participating. We're gonna head over to Pokemario 2401 to finish out strong with Palace and Hyrule Castle. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy and bye.
Asta.
Bye.
Noodles.
Bye.
Bye.